Most High bless. Most High bless everybody. Most High bless. Shalom to you. No intro music. I was wondering who that was came in the room. It's all good. Yeah, Most High bless. The title is wrong. We're gonna change the title, right, to the correct title. Yehuda will tell you once I do what I need to do real quick. But either tonight or tomorrow, we're gonna do a exclusive on the witch out of the Yorkie community, because we're supposed to protect our children, and it seems like they're trying to protect the man. And I never forget what she was saying about Nepal was saying we're not going to say the girl was molested, but nobody want to talk about why was a grown 37-year-old man in the room with the teenager. Let's forget about if he done anything for right now. Why was he even in the room? Right? And then he got his hand, and then body fluids on her. But this is the message to people that deals with pedophiles and pedophiles. Okay, Yehuda, you got to mute your mic. I think. Let me see how I do it. Oh, no, not that mic. Okay, yeah. So everybody know, man, when you go to jail, especially for being a pedophile, them boys come looking for you, right? And they're going to find you, whether you in jail or out of jail, if you're convicted of this heinous act. So I'm gonna play a video, right? And them boys coming for you, and understand that. And they're going to find you. So this is what you gotta look forward to, no light, because they're going to get you. They don't care. They don't care. So without further ado, check this out. This is what he got coming. And this guy and this, he's going to give a description of no light, and he's going to talk about how he climbs in windows. Right? Pedophiles, man, you got to be very observant of these guys, they tactics and stuff. Right? They're predators. But this is something for no light.
He's climbing the windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Hide your kids and your wife.
Because they're raping everybody out here. You don't have to call the best. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you so you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that. Oh boy, oh boy. We got your t-shirt to the left fingerprints and all you are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real. You are really so dumb. I was attacked by some idiot in the project. So dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so dumb. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they're raping everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you so you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that. Oh boy, oh boy. I found that last year. Coffee complexion, your cut like a Caesar. This is the way the head clean cut, very smooth face. Seeing my sister when I walked in, he had his hands around her neck. First thing was a pull him off of her, and that's what I did. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they're raping everybody out here. You don't have to call and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you so you can run and tell that, run and tell that, run and tell that. Oh boy, oh boy. Hello, obviously we have a rapist in the park.
A rapist in the conscious community.
I get to see. I know what you can't do with my friends, so you can find it high, but we're gonna find it. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to break them. So y'all need to hide the kids, hide the wife, hide the kids, hide the wife, hide the kids, hide the wife.
Them boys coming for you. Look at them. You ain't got to confess.
We gon' find you so you can run and tell back, run and tell back, run and tell back. Oh Lord, oh. He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to break them. So y'all need to hide the kids, hide the wife, hide the kids, hide the wife, hide the kids, hide the wife. Can't have it ugly because they're bringing everybody out here. You don't have to come and confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you so you can run and tell back, run and tell back, run and tell back. Oh Lord, oh boy.
I know we don't run around crying and act sad. We just touch our shoulders off and keep on moving.
Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Man, check it out. I just want to try to bring a little bit of humor, but I'm going to tell you something. That's no joke, for real. They're going to find you. You will be found out. And I just found out some horrible news. A friend of mine just got locked up. Right? Dude, I've been knowing way back. Somebody said, you know, so-and-so got locked up. I said, for what? Child pornography. Crazy, man. Crazy. But yeah, we're going to take that out, man. I just want everybody to know we're going to have an exclusive talking about this, about No Light. And we got another exclusive dealing with Nepal, because it's out the bag now. We wasn't going to do this. It wasn't sent to me, right? It was sent to my cousin, right? For whatever reason, they sent pictures and videotape of you, Nepal, butt-ass naked. Rambo style. So that's going to air tonight.
Hey, Qanath.
Yes,
Can I
sir.
say something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Now she don't want to shut her mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why you don't go ahead and reveal who she really slept with. You know what I'm talking about too. Why you not? You might as well tonight just go ahead and reveal it, bro, to everybody, because she don't shut her damn mouth. You know what I'm talking about too. The hell,
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about. I'm waiting for that.
I think it's time to do it, man, because this girl will not shut up.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
I feel you. But yeah. She want to talk about people, you know, and protect a person who was accused, right? In a room with a 14-year-old, you want to protect that person. And you said something very serious, Yehuda. I watched that. They told me to wait to the system, let the system handle it. And like you said, it was George. How you say that about George Zimmerman?
George Zimmerman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is George? My question is, all these niggas out here talking about let's see and wait and see what the system do or does, right? My question is, now we talking about a 14-year-old, right? A minor. So my question is George Zimmerman today, is he innocent? That's something to ponder on. Is George, forget about everything else. We know that he followed Trayvon Martin. Trayvon was minding his own goddamn business. So my question to all you pedophiles and all you undercover pedophiles, is George Zimmerman innocent today?
Right. Exactly. So Tracy. Hey, Tracy.
Hey.
See,
all right, I see you on here.
Hey, shalom.
Excuse me. You know what this helped me realize, man?
Well,
It's a lot.
Shalom.
It's a lot of undercover pedophiles. And I really realized that like today and yesterday, a lot of undercover pedophiles.
Right. I mean, tonight, man, since that woman want to call everybody over here F.O.P. bums and liars, this and third. Well, some videos and pictures were sent to us, and I'm gonna give them to Uncle Shug. I'm gonna give a lot of it to Uncle Shug. Well, I'm gonna tell my people to give it to Uncle Shug.
You're giving to Uncle Shug, Qanath, and also go ahead and reveal who else you slept with. The hell with her feelings, man.
No, it's not about her feelings. I got to do it. You know.
What was that again?
I say it's not about her feelings. I don't care about that. I'm waiting for the other information. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I'm talking about that also, though. I'm talking about that also. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know, no doubt. And again, we're sorry for the title of this. This is not the title of the show we're going to do, but Yehuda going to go in and do this show. But I just want everybody to know, check in, tune in tonight. It's not tonight, tomorrow, but yeah, we're going to show what needs to be shown, because we don't need this type of behavior and type of women in our community proclaiming to be for the Most High. Most High bless, leaving everybody in the comment. Claiming to be of the Most High, but dealing with a man who don't believe in the Most High and calling women ugly and they calling them hoes, and showing pictures of people with shorts on. But I was amazed. I couldn't believe when the people showed me this picture of you butt ass naked. Butt naked. And we had this for like shit, damn near a month. And I was like, man, we're not going to do it.
She said something about the 14-year-old.
She don't give a shit. Listen, she don't. Let me answer that, Qanath, please. Just suffer me to answer.
Now, what did she say?
She don't give a shit about no 14-year-old girl. Okay. Here's her.
Now, what did she say about the 14-year-old?
That's what I'm about to say.
So you can't. You who to talk to? You can't hear
about no 14-year-old girl. Her stance is this here. Let's sit and wait for the system to, or the justice system to play out. Mind you, she's a 14-year-old girl now, but let's sit and wait and see what happens.
Right.
So she don't give a shit about no 14-year-old girl, as she claims she do.
Well, yep. Well, I just had to bring it up, man. But we're going to bring that out tonight. Hope it's don't take away from the class. It's not, because this class is going to be powerful. As usual, Yehuda gives out the park class through all praise to the Most High. But yeah, that's going to be revealed, man, because we can't keep letting people in our community calling everybody else hoes and sluts and everything. But you got this video camera, tapes and pictures of her butt ass naked doing goodness knows who knows what. Okay, so share this to some nigga, right? Because it's going to come out. It's coming out tonight. So without any further ado, I was trying to hold tight to my brother Yavin.
Yeah, it's kind of long, man.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, he can come on, like, you know, as we doing the presentation. You know what I'm saying? We need to get started. You said you want to go on late tonight anyway, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we're going late anyway. Yeah, so go ahead and start.
Yeah, let's get started, man. So basically, this is going to be part 2. Hello? Somebody say something? Oh, I thought I heard something. This is going to be part 2, right? The F.O.P.E. For our people, edification, part 2 of the history of the Black Jews. Okay, so let me hold on a second, Qanath. I get my what you call. It's kind of slow here. Here we go. Can you see it, Qanath?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
You want to make it even wider?
I can't make it no wider than that.
I think I can. Hold on. I think I can. Let me see.
You might can on your end, but I can't make it no wider. But last time, this is what I did last time. You know what I'm saying? So
that's as big as I can do it. Go ahead.
It's cool. Just like last time. So this is part 2, dealing with the history of the Black Jews, right? So let's start. Let's start out here. Like, this is an old book here, printed in 1854. Hold on for a second. Let me grab my glasses. Real quick here, 1854. All right, the name of this book here is called the One Prime Veil language. Okay, printed again, folks, in 1854. So now let's go inside to see what it says on page 330, right? Near the top, the title is A New Key for the Recovery. Page 330. Now let's blow it up to see what it says. Let's get a close up here. Can somebody read this here starting at the top where I got my cursor? Anybody?
Yeah, I got you, King.
Go ahead, brother.
Yep.
You got it.
I got you, my brother. All right. And as Manasseh had become a Tartar horde, seated, as we have seen, in the country of the Khazars, it may justly be inferred that they indulged in a similar latitude, intermarrying with their female slaves or contracting marriages with the black Khazars mentioned.
You can stop right there with the black. You can stop right there with the black Khazars. So the tribe of Manasseh was known to be black people. Now let's scroll down. Do you see my cursor right here? Where it says whence? Start right there where it says whence.
Whence it would appear both that the tribe of Manasseh had become tawny or black.
Or black. Go ahead.
And that this tribe had settled in Malabar.
Now Malabar is in India. That's why when you read the book of Esther, it says that the Jews was dwelling from India to Ethiopia. Go ahead, continue.
And that this tribe had settled in Malabar and were the true ancestors of the black Jews.
Continue.
The expression in question is, excuse me, Salaki, I can't see the reading because we got this this brother's comment up.
Yeah, I'm trying to remove it.
I continue. It said the expression in the question is the tanned or sun black Manasseh. It is introduced in connection with the most. Let's continue. Now we're on page 131. Now let's go to the top. Now let's blow it up. Ancient Jewish records. Which you can continue right here. Ancient Jewish records.
Ancient Jewish records, which are said to date from the time of Nebuchadnezzar, and which were spoken of as belonging to the sun black tribe of Manasseh.
The sun black who?
The sun black tribe of Manasseh.
Not the sun black tribe. Are you sure it says Manasseh, the sun black, or it's talking about the Hispanics?
The sun black tribe of Manasseh.
Continue right here where it says in.
In this allusion, we have the percentage of the black Jews. That's
it. That's good. The black Jews.
The percentage.
Even going back to the. I'm sorry. Go ahead one more time, my brother.
Sorry, Elder. It says parentage. I said percentage. I was wrong.
That's cool. That's fine. That's fine. And even going back though to the 1800s, this book was printed in the 1800s. They knew the history of Manasseh. Let's continue. Now let's deal with Biafra. I read this part, my brother. Biafra. It says here, which is the Portuguese. It's a later name, Mafra. Bia means come, and Fra means Ephraim or Ephraim, meaning coming from the tribe of Ephraim. That's what Biafra means. Biafra. Biafra is a shortened form of B'nai Ephraim. See that? Which is as saying B'nai or B'nai Ephraim, expressing calling together descendants of Ephraim, one of the scattered tribes of Israel. So it says that Biafra, it means to come. Bia mean come, and Fra mean Ephraim, right? Let's go to the next page here. Next page. It says one more time, Biafra. The region was named by the Portuguese to Marfra, right? The people are Bia, I friends, and not my friends. And it says, see, Ayuda or Judah. So one more time, the word Bia means come, and the word Ephraim means Ephraim. That's why you see Benin. The word Benin also is a corruption of the tribe of Ephraim, right? And Biafra. So all this territory in West Africa, you have the Jews within Ephraim that dwell also. Let's continue. Same thing, the map, same map. Benin also means the tribe of Ephraim. You can go back and watch part 1. We speaks about that, and Biafra. Now, let's continue. Biafra. Now we know that Biafra stands for the children of Ephraim. Somebody read this right here. Read the title right there.
Yes, sir. 1969 White House Memorandum.
So the 1969 White House Memorandum from President Nixon about Biafra, because during the 1960s, 1950s, there was civil wars going on in West Africa, and the people of Biafra, the tribe of Ephraim, was getting slaughtered. Let me repeat that. They was getting slaughtered. So what happened is the United States was investigating what was going on over there. This is a memorandum by President Nixon, right? In fact, let's continue. Let me blow it up right here. Man, if I can't blow it up, but let me read this part right here. It says from the White House, the memorandum, January the 28th, 1969. This is the real memorandum from the president. See, from Henry Kissinger. So now, Nixon memorandum from Kissinger concerning Biafra. This memorandum, folks, is concerning Biafra. And who is Biafra? Biafra is Ephraim in West Africa. So this is the letter right here. This is a real official letter. Now let's blow it up to see what it says. Now, my brother, this is the letter blown up. Let's start where it says, start right here where it says presides over. Where I got my
Khan. And Elder Yehuda, can I just make a quick comment?
Go ahead.
The memorandum from that went to Nixon, Harry Kissinger at that time, when you read the history, he was the Secretary of State. So he was giving a brief on what was going on in Biafra.
Exactly. He was a Secretary of State. And the brother is 100% correct. He was getting the brief what was going on, as the brother just said.
Damn, this is powerful already, brother. Damn, go ahead.
Now read what says presides right here, my brother.
Yes, sir. Presides over the popular support and military morale of a people convinced that defeat means extinction.
You know why? Because a lot of people was getting slaughtered from the people of Biafra and Benin. A lot of our people, Israelites, was getting slaughtered. Read this part, my brother. What says? Start with what it says about the Ebus. Go ahead, right here.
Yep. The Ebus are the wandering Jews of West Africa.
You see that? Even the United States knew back in 1969. They knew that the Ebus were the wandering Jews in Africa. Go ahead, continue.
The Ebus are the wandering Jews of West Africa, gifted, aggressive, westernized, at best envied and resented, but mostly despised by the mass of their neighbors in the Federation. They have fought well by African standards against heavy odds. Their cynical public relations use of the starvation has been brilliant.
You see that? Even the United States knew, the government knew, that the people of Benin, Biafra, were the children of Ephraim, were part of the 10 tribes.
Bro, let me say something, man. I ain't never seen this before, and I've done a lot of reading. This is like this mind-blowing to me. This is gifted and aggressive. That's what they call us now, gifted and aggressive. And mostly despised. And that's what we despise right now. And this is over in West Africa. Go ahead, dog. Man, this is powerful.
Go ahead, Qanath. And it says also they was envied. They was envied by the surrounding Hamitic nations. They was envied by them.
Man. Bro.
That's powerful right there.
But let me back up one more time to show people. This is the official document from Kissinger written to President Nixon to let him know what was going on over there.
And Elder, go back to that first one real quick. Just to show the people how deep that was right there. You see where it says it was declassified? That meant for the audience that they declassified it, meaning they made it releasable to the public so that we can look at this memorandum now and go back and look at our records.
Exactly.
So this is heavy, man. This is powerful. All praise to the Most High.
Exactly. And it can be taught as history too. You see the real writers down here below? See all this scribbling going on? This is an official document.
Bro, this right here, I ain't never seen this before here, bro. This is powerful.
That also lets you know Esau know who we are.
Yes.
They know, the white man know. Let's continue. Well, I don't prescribe Esau as the white man.
Hey, check this out too.
I know what you're saying. Go ahead, Qanath.
Check this out real quick. Think about what we just read, brothers and sisters. This goes to show you Israel, a lot of them are still weird in Africa and did not change. Go ahead,
Exactly. A good point, Qanath. Back in 1969, they knew the Jews was in Africa. So you telling me from 1969 until today, we did a metamorphosis.
Damn, bro. Hey, Yavin, you just saw that, man? Yavin, did you see that?
The document?
Yeah, what he just read.
I didn't see that part. I saw the paper, but I didn't see what was read. I didn't hear what was read.
Read that again for this brother, man. Please, and then I'll let you go ahead, Yehuda.
I'll read it real quick. I'm gonna start right here where it says, now, Yavin, this is the official document of a memorandum by Kissinger, Secretary of State, back in 1969, written to President Nixon to let him know what was going on with the people of Biafra. The people of Biafra, they was being slaughtered. The people of Biafra were Ephraimites. Okay, so this is a copy of the memorandum. This is blown up right here. So let me read the part where it says the Ebus. The Ebus are the wandering Jews of West Africa. They are gifted, aggressive, westernized at best. They are envied and resented, but mostly despised by the mass of their neighbors in the Federation. They have fought well by the African standards against heavy odds. Their clinical public relations use of the starvation has been brilliant. But it's letting you know the government knew that the 10 tribes was in Africa. They knew the people of Biafra was Jews. They knew this right here.
They knew it, man. Damn. Go ahead.
Okay, this is from an old book here. It says the Portuguese exploration of the west of the formation of Brazil. This book is an old book, but it was written I think around the 1800s, but it gives you the dates from 1450 through the 1800s. Now let's go inside and see what it says concerning the Jew. We're not going to read all of it. Now this here is not as clear as I want it to be, but that's okay. So my brother, start right here where it says the official. If you can see it. If not, I read it.
I got you. The official chronicler of King Zhao II. I can't see that G word.
It's Garcia
de Resende reports on one of the methods to populate this island that also throws some light on a tragic form of Jewish participation in the Portuguese Atlantic Empire.
And now an island they was talking about is in the Caribbean. You'll see soon. In fact, let me read a little bit more for you, my brother. It says here, the king had allowed Jewish refugees from Spain, from where they had been expelled. They was expelled in 1492 to remain in Portugal, only to return for payment of an enormous ransom. It says here, in 1493, those who could not pay had their children taken away from them and baptized by force and deported to Sao Tome in order to be raised as Christians and to help to populate the island. It says that the king had just leased, which was in the Caribbean. Okay. Now let's continue. What did this say, my brother? Read this here. Read the title.
And you got Yeager with you too, brother. Both of them.
Official,
that's good.
Authentic faces of the Northern Kingdom Israelites taken captive from the walls of Assyria.
The official authenticity of the faces of the Northern Kingdom. Now let's go and see what the Northern Kingdom looked like. As you can see here, right here, the photo. You see these Northern Kingdom Jews. Now let's go. Read this right here, my brother.
Yes, sir. Detail from the black obelisk of Shalmaneser III.
Who's in the Bible? He's in the Bible. Go ahead.
A black limestone Assyrian sculptor with scenes and bas relief, and inscription. It comes from Nimrud, ancient Kolhu in northern Iraq, commemorates the deeds of King Shalmaneser III, who reigned 858 to 824 BC.
Right. Now let's go inside. You can see the Jews during the time of Shalmaneser from the northern kingdom being carried into captivity. You see them, Qanath? You see these brothers' garments. You see their fringes. You can see the bonnets. See the bonnets on their heads. You can see them carrying things over their heads while they go into captivity. In fact, the brother in the back looked like he's carrying a basket of bread. See the basket of bread, or he's carrying on his head. Now let's go and blow it up. Now the brother in the back, this is a close-up of him right here. You see the basket. You can see the Negro features. Correct. You can see his Negro phenotype. Even on the right side, you see the braids, etc. These people, the Jews,
high cheekbones.
High cheekbones. We never did no damn metamorphosis, man. They need to quit it. We never did no metamorphosis.
Not at all.
This is official. Okay, these are official F.O.P.E. images right here. More Jews being taken away to captivity. You see these brothers? You see they carrying a lamp. See this brother got a lamp in the front. He has a lamp because it was dark. They didn't have no electricity like we have today and flashlights. They have a lamp. These guys is carrying things. You see they got luggage on their shoulders. You can see the garments, the fringes. Right now it's blowing up. Look at these brothers here. The same picture, the same relief. This is what the Northern Kingdom Jews look like.
Right.
You see the bread. You see the Negro feature.
Yep.
Okay. This is what they look like, close up. Another one. This is for this picture right here, this photo right here. The second one, clearly a Negro. You can tell with the Negro phenotype. Okay, the nose, the bone structure.
Not just that, but check it out. Look at the bottom of his hair where it's like a bushy fro.
Exactly.
Ain't no Hispanic got no hair coming out like that, balling up like that.
Exactly. And let me say this too. Not all Negroes got the same shaped noses. I'm an artist. Not all black people got the same shaped noses. Some black people noses are wide. Some black people noses a little flat like Bill Cosby. Some black people noses are straight. Like mine's kind of straight, kind of like Kobe Bryant. We don't have like Scottie Pippin's. Our nose is not all wide noses, folks. We don't all have the same shaped noses, folks.
And by the way, the name of this class is
the history of the Black Jews.
The history of the Black Jews. It's the wrong title we got it. It's the history of the Black Jews. We will change it. It's the history of the Black Jews.
Another image of the Jews being carried into captivity. You see this brother in the front carrying this thing over his shoulder, some type of basket. I don't know. But look at these fancy garments. Look at these garments they got on right here. And look, why the brothers always in the back carrying bread? I guess that was like a part of their culture. You see that?
Hey, Elder Yehuda, just want to interject one thing.
Just a little bit.
What race of people? See, I've been to West Africa, and one thing you'll notice about our customs, one of the things we do, you'll see this with sisters out there in Ghana. They carry stuff on their heads. So what race of people or what type of people have you known to carry baskets and stuff on top of their heads?
Exactly.
Only the Israelites. Only the Israelites, man.
Exactly. Hey man, that's a good analysis, my brother, and you are 100% correct. And this is the second image we see of a brother carrying bread. A second one. Now you see this brother in the front right here? Watch this. This is him right here compared to a Hispanic on the left.
Where's the wool? I can see the wool on the stone.
But not just that. Look at his features. Look at the Negro features.
Yeah, he got high cheekbones.
Look at his Negro features. Look at this Hispanic right here. Now you tell me.
Hey, leave that picture there, right? Somebody just said something, and that is so true. So true, my brother. Go ahead, speak on. Go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead. Somebody, you want to say something?
No, I was going to say somebody said that the guy got a nose like me. And I'm saying, I'm looking at him like he damn sure do, just like me.
That might be you reincarnated. Wait a minute, he do it. And so this is him right here in the front. That's him, right? So this is a close image of him. Now you tell me.
Let me show. I'm gonna show that. Look. Everybody see his cheekbones. Look at his cheekbones. Look at old ass Qanath cheekbones. Same way. See my nose? Same way.
You can clearly see this is a black man. Ain't no getting around it. Stevie Wonder can see this is a black man. Let's continue.
Truly a black man. A beautiful black man.
This is another image of a black Jew. Now, what do he have on his head right here? What does this he have on his head right here? Anybody know?
Like
Yeah,
a
we
bonnet.
getting some feedback, y'all. I
A
think we
bonnet.
need to
It's
mute.
called a bonnet.
That's what look like a bonnet to me. Yep.
It's a bonnet. We're gonna read about it too. But they wore bonnets. Okay, this is him
Can you see
also
him?
on the left side. It's
Hey,
somebody.
we getting some background noise.
Yeah, that's
Get a-
Tracy. You got. I'm muting your mic, Tracy. You make too much noise in the background. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, the same image on the left. You can see his Negro features. Ain't no getting around it. This is a Negro. You see his braids, etc. He has on a bonnet and is carrying something right here over his shoulders. You see that? Because he's going into captivity. Same thing. Look at this brother. Look, this guy look like Bill Cosby. Look at his nose.
Yep.
Same thing. A Northern Kingdom Jew. Close up. Okay? Official. And somebody please shoot this video on Facebook and blast this video as much as possible so these heathen Hispanics can see. Same image of this Jew on the right compared to Bill Cosby.
Yep.
Same thing. Same profile. Same anatomy. Same bone structure. This is a black man. Okay? A black man. Let's go to the next. Same thing. You got a Jew over here. You can't hardly see this one too good on the left side. And another black Jew on the right side. Now he's wearing a headband on the left side, and this Jew on the right side is wearing a bonnet. You see, it look like a cap, kind of like a scully cap, a winter cap. This is what they wore. So here's my question: why these brothers in these camps and our people? Why we don't wear bonnets? I wear bonnets, Qanath, and Qanath wear bonnets. Why they don't wear bonnets like our ancestors do or did? Why you don't see IUIC and GMS and ISUPK, all these camps? Why they not wearing bonnets? Another image of black Jews going to captivity, right? You see they carrying things as they go into captivity. Now you see this brother here, right here in the front. That's him right here on the right, and here's another black Jew on the left.
That's the yellow hoodie man for real.
Yeah, that Bill Cosby right there.
Bill Cosby all day long. This is Scottie Pippen.
Man.
This Scottie Pippen right here. That guy got a nose just like Scottie Pippen. But you can clearly see the Negro phenotype, right? You can see it all on the right and left. Look at the braids, right? This is official F.O.P.E. Northern Kingdom Jews. Let's continue. Somebody read this right here. Leviticus 8 and 13.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Oh, you could get it, King.
Okay, I'll grab it. Leviticus chapter 8, verse 13.
Yes, sir.
And Moses has brought Aaron's sons and put coats upon them and girded them with girdles and put bonnets upon them as the Lord commanded Moses.
As the Lord commanded Moses, right? Okay, watch this. You see the bonnets? Another image of the Jew, another Jew, a black Jew. And again, once again, he's carrying something over his head, just like the brother said. Once again, you see, carrying a basket over his head. And you can see he has on a bonnet, as Yavin just read. Another black man, a black Jew. This is a close-up of the Jew with the bonnet. You can clearly see a straight Negro. Ain't no getting around it. No getting around it. Another image of Jews being taken captive. Northern Kingdom. Right now, this image here, see this brother I got in my cursor right here? This is him right here flipped around. A black man. Look at the braid. Look at the Negro phenotype.
Yellow hoodie man.
Okay. On the right side, the same thing. Another black man, straight up Negro, wearing a bonnet. He's wearing a bonnet, right?
I can't stress this enough, though. I want to say something. You know how them white boys be wearing mullets and their hair just droop down?
Yeah.
But you see, the hair is so evident of what phenotype they are, because look how it comes down and comes back up in a ball, like wool.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Look at the locks on the one on the right. That's straight locks right there, man.
Right here, especially right here. Yep.
Look at it, bushed up.
And look at my cursor right here. Look at the naughty. Look at the naughty beard right here. See my cursor? Look at this naughty beard right here.
Yep, that's mine.
Look at this guy. This guy's
that's my nose right there for sure.
That's your nose, Qanath. That's you reincarnated, Qanath.
Yeah.
But this guy right here, Man, this is a straight Negro. Both of them. Let's continue. Read this, somebody. Exodus 28 and 40.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
King.
Okay, I grab it. Exodus chapter 28, verse 40. You shall make coats for Aaron's sons, and you shall make sashes for them, and you shall make headbands for them for glory and for beauty.
It says headbands, right? Somebody read this, Exodus 29 and 9.
Go ahead, you got it.
All right, Exodus chapter 29, verse 9. Ye shall clothe them with belts, Aaron and his sons, and bind headbands on them. And they shall have the priesthood by a perpetual statute, and ye shall consecrate Aaron and his sons.
It says headbands, right? Another Northern Kingdom Jew wearing a headband. Look at the braids. Look at his Negro phenotype. Look at this here. Look at the plaits on the top of his head. A black man. Look at the knotty beard, the high cheekbone.
Right.
Okay, I'm an artist. I have a BFA in art. Another black man. Now, another Jew, Northern Kingdom Jew, about to have his head chopped off. And this is a bigger image on the right side, right? But he has on a what? A headband, just as we just read. But look at his features, though. Look at his phenotype. Look at the bone structure around the eye region. Like I said, I studied art for 5 years. I have a BFA. Look at the garment, though. Look at his garment, right? A black man. Look at the close. This is a close-up of him right here. Who did he look like, Qanath? Did he look like anybody you know? He looked like a lot of Negroes I know.
Yep.
These are the Jews right here.
Put the link in the room, sisters.
Let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
Another image of Northern Kingdom Jews being taken captive. Right? These guys got some type of bags over their shoulders. Right? They're going captive, right? The same image, one image on the left side is flipped around, but you can look at both of these brothers and clearly see these are Negroes.
Oh, yeah.
Stevie Wonder can see this. Black. Let's continue. Right. Somebody read this right here. This is written by Tacitus from the Histories, the book volume. I can't really see that. It said 110 CE by Tacitus. We know that Tacitus was an eyewitness. Tacitus witnessed seeing the ancient Jews with his own eyes. Right? Somebody read where it says many again.
Yep. So this is the Jews were black. Many again say that they, the Jews, were a race of Ethiopian origin, who in the time of the king Cephas were driven by fear and hatred of their neighbors to seek a new dwelling place.
To seek a new dwelling place, right? So Tacitus said many thought that the Jews were Ethiopians. Why? Because the Jews look like the Ethiopians. Now, Qanath, I got to bring this out one more time. Okay, from the book, the Pseudepigrapha, right? Now, you don't believe in the Pseudepigrapha, but the point of the matter is our ancestors wrote. They wrote the Pseudepigrapha, and they knew the history of our people. And they wrote about, in a book called Joseph and Asenath, which was Ephraim and Manasseh's mother, they wrote about what Jacob looked like. So this is inside the book here on page 238, if you have this book. Now let's blow it up to see what our ancestors said what Jacob looked like. Now,
body bag right here.
We're not going to read all of it, but I'm just going to give you a quick breakdown. This is what's going on here. This is the first time that Joseph took Asenath to meet Jacob, Ephraim and Manasseh's mother, to go to Goshen to meet Jacob. So, my brother, start with, I have the cursor right here where it says and.
Okay. It says, and Asenath saw him and was amazed at his beauty, because Jacob was exceedingly beautiful to look at, and his old age was like the youth of a handsome young man.
Right. You know why? You know why? Because black people don't age like other people. We don't age like Hispanics, right, who are really Europeans. We don't age like right. Continue, my brother.
And his head was all white as snow, and the hairs of his head were all exceeding close and thick, like those of Ethiopian.
Like those of who?
Ethiopian.
So our ancestors just said that Jacob had hair like the Ethiopians. Let's go back. What did Tacitus say? Many again say that the Jews were of an Ethiopian race. So our ancestors wrote that Jacob had hair like Ethiopian. Continue what it says right here, and his head. Go ahead, and his head right here.
And his
beard.
No,
and his beard. I'm sorry, and his beard. My bad. Go ahead.
Good. And his beard was white, reaching down to the breast.
That's it.
His breast.
That's all you got to read. So he had a long beard, but his hair was thick like the Ethiopians.
Body bag. I hope y'all listening. Ancient white boys.
Let's get right, exactly. Let's continue. Another bag. Bonnet. He's wearing a bonnet, and like I said before, you can see his Negro phenotype. There's no getting around it, right? A nose like Bill Cosby. He's carrying something over his shoulders also. Same thing here. 2 Jews, Northern Kingdom Jews taken captive. Look like, I don't know what they're carrying right here, Qanath. They got some type of a garment, or they carrying something here, but you can see the fringes, whatever it is. It might be garments. I don't know what it is, but you can see the fringes. See, but check out, look at how they dressed back then. These brothers were sharp. Man, look at the garments, man.
Yep, sharp.
They were sharp. But here's a close up of both of these brothers. A close up. This is the brother on the left side, and this is the brother on the right side. See, right here, Negro.
I got a garment like that.
Straight Negroes. And what they got on their head, Qanath? Headbands.
Headband, yeah. Yep, headband.
Same thing here. Another brother from the Northern Kingdom taken captive. And what he have on his head? He have on a bonnet.
Just to keep your hair in place.
I'm not dreadlock. Look at his locks. Look at the nappy beard. Look at the nappy beard. See my cursor? Look at the nappy beard. The Negro phenotype. Straight Negro. Same thing here. Hebrew Israelites going to pay tribute to the King Shalmaneser of Assyria from the Black Obelisk in the British Museum. A Northern Kingdom Negro Jew taken captive. This is him right here. Now let's blow it up. Another close-up of a black man. Same thing here. This is the same brother right here. You can clearly see he's a Negro, black. You know, we're getting around it. Somebody read this. You know what? Let me read this here because this is written in Old English. I'm not going to read all of it. It says here that Portugal that dwelt on the island in form of Netherlands. It says that few lived above 50 years there. Yet, notwithstanding the great gain tempted them to tarry, it says several of them having 200 or 300 Negroes that worked in the sugar, right? The sugar mills. That John III, King of Portugal, he sent a colony thither above 200 years before, whom though the I don't know what that is. I'm not even try to read that. It says it destroyed, yet the place was not left desolate. And then it says here, for he sent new inhabitants who first settled in, I can't really pronounce that. I think it's what's that country in Africa that starts with a G.
Guinea.
I think that's what it says right here. It says next to Angola. Then it says, and lastly, on the island of St. Thomas, that so they might be the better used to the ear. So it says, and that said, King sold all those Jews for slaves that refused to embrace the Roman religion and caused their children to be baptized. So it says the King of Portugal, he sent slaves that was Negro Jews, that was called Jews and Negroes. He sent them to St. Thomas. Okay? These are facts. Now, let's deal with Joseph. Somebody read this right here up top, the title.
All right, the title. The Bar Joseph or Yosef River.
The Bar Yosef River. Joseph have a river in Egypt as we speak that's named after him, folks, that he built, supposedly. Bar Yosef, the waterway of Joseph is a canal which connects the Nile River and the Yayim in Egypt.
But the non-conscious community over there say there's no evidence of Israel. All on the stones, the walls, and a river. Go ahead.
Right, exactly. Right, but Joseph has a river in Egypt named after him today. You can go to Egypt right now and ask a tourist guide to take you to the river of Joseph. See, Bar Yosef. This is a map, two maps right here, as you're looking at. It says here, the dating of the canal of Joseph to this period is consistent and supportive of the Bible record of Joseph preparing for the famine. Genesis 41, 46 to 49. As the famine became increasingly severe over the 7 years, the stress of buying food increased. People exalted their savings, right? Genesis 41, 53 through 57. They sold their livestock to Pharaoh. That's in the Bible. And ultimately sold their land to purchase food stored in Pharaoh's granaries. At the last resort, on the people's suggestion, Joseph adapts his plans of providing food to the people by developing an adequate tenant farmer sharecropper solution. So Joseph also spearhead of this canal. Somebody read this right here, where it says Joseph Canal, where I got my cursor.
All right, I grabbed it. Joseph's Canal, or Bar Yosef, is a canal system in Egypt that parallels the Nile River and brings water to the Fope oasis south of Cairo.
Yep, go ahead.
Cairo, okay. The modern system now supports vast farmlands and the largest oasis in Egypt with a population of 2 million people. However, the modern canal is largely a reconstruction of an ancient system that was originally built during Egypt's 12th dynasty. As the legendary name implies, the canal is believed to have been an engineering project that was under the oversight of Joseph, son of Jacob.
You see that? It says following the infamous famine in Egypt. Okay? The archaeological historical record of both the canal of Joseph and the golden age of Amenhotep III appears to be consistent with the biblical account of Joseph and correlates very well, right? Despite this strong circumstantial evidence, it is difficult to make a definitive claim that the biblical Joseph is one responsible for the canal of Joseph and the golden age of Amenhotep III. There are significant inconsistencies and disagreements of the interpretation, etc. They say some people disagree, but many scholars agree that it is the canal of Joseph that he built. Either way, let's continue. This is from an old book here called the Royal Geographical Society. The Royal Geographical Society. On page 121. Y'all see this? Page 121. Now you see where I got to highlight? I saw the red lines. Let's blow it up now. This is blown up on page 121. Somebody read this for me right here.
I got you. The inhabitants, this is page 121, Semitic people described as black. The inhabitants of this part of Arabia nearly all belong to the race of Himyar. Their complexion is almost as black as that of the Abyssinians. Their bodies are very finely formed with slender yet strong limbs. Their faces are Semitic, noses generally aquiline, eyes are full of fire, lips small, and mouths are very that's good. That's good. I just want to show everybody that the Semitic people was called black by the Arabians. They was called black. Once again, this is from this old book here, printed in the 1800s, called the Royal Geographical Society. Right? Now let's go inside the Jewish travelers in the Middle Ages. Okay, 19 first-hand accounts of Jews that travel in the region of Africa and what we call the Middle East today. Okay, many of these Jews were real black Jews. Some of them was converts, but they let you know they was converts. Now dealing with Eldad the Danite in 1880, right? 1880. You guys see that, right? 1880. Eldad the Danite of the tribe of Dan, 1880. He also was a traveler. Let's go now and see what he said concerning the Jews around 1880. Around 1880. Somebody read this here where I got my cursor right here. Down below, right here.
Okay, I'll grab it. And these tribes, being Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, dwell in the ancient Havilah.
Stop right there. He said, that's good, Yavin. Eldad Hadani, the Danite from the tribe of Dan, he said that the tribe of Naphtali, Dan and Gad and Asher, they live side by side. Being Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, they journey on their own to the land of Ethiopia, up top, the land of Ethiopia. And they camped in the wilderness until they came to their border. So when you go to the previous page, I'm not going to read it. It talks about after the death of Sennacherib, king of Assyria, that the tribe of Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, they migrated to Ethiopia, and they lived beside the tribe of Dan because they knew the tribe of Dan was already in Ethiopia. Now, when we go back, it said the Eldad the Danite, he traveled in what year, folks? What year, Yavin?
Sorry, I was doing some. My bad.
1880, right?
1880. Yeah, I heard you say.
1880. Keep that in mind. 1880, he traveled to Africa, right? Eldad the Danite, and let people know that the tribe of Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, they lived side by side in 1880. Now let's go to another early Jewish traveler, Elijah, a Jew named Elijah. He traveled to the same location in 1434 AD. He went to the same location as Eldad the Danite in 1434 AD. 554 years later, after Eldad the Danite, in 1434, Elijah of Ferrara. Now let's see. 554 years later, another Jewish traveler went to Africa. Let's see if the tribe of Dan, Gad, Asher, and Naphtali was still living side by side. 554 years later. Let's see. Pick it up right here, somebody, and read this part where I got my cursor.
All right, I'll jump on it. Tribes still in same location. The children of Moses live upon an island situated near the river Sambation. The tribe of Manasseh live opposite them. Beyond this river are the tribes of Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. Stop
right there. Did not we just read Eldad the Danite said? He said the same thing 554 years earlier. He said that the tribe of Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher was living side by side in Africa. This Jewish traveler named Elijah, he said the same exact thing 554 years later.
I thought they was all over here.
Thank you.
During the Syrian captivity with them. Boy. And by the way, real quick, we about to do a bomb class on Dan probably next week.
Yeah, Dan, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but isn't that something though? 554 years later, another early Jewish traveler said the same thing to Eldad the Danite. Same thing. They were still living side by side. Let's continue. This is from a book called Kikuyu, Mystery Revealed, the Descendants of Asher, a lost tribe of Israel, right? Let's go inside here. The Kikuyu, Mystery Revealed, is the author digs deeply into the hidden mysteries of the Kikuyu people of Kenya, East Africa, right? Whom the author claims is one of the lost tribes of Israel, descendant of the tribe of Asher. I just read the early Jewish travelers, Eldad and Elijah of Ferrara. They said that the tribe of Asher was living in Ethiopia. Beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, Zephaniah 3:10, right? So they said that the Kikuyu people, also in Kenya, are from the tribe of Africa. These are these people here. The tribe of Asher. They still over there. Let's continue. Same thing. Members of the Kasuku, which is also the Kikuyu people, in Kenya. They put together the Lulav and Etrog for the first time. Okay, the name buried in Senegal. Let me go back. Senegal, the name buried. You see the name buried in the blue right here? Everybody see it on the map? You see this map right here? You can see the name buried, right? Buried. The name buried in Senegal is from a name that came from the tribe of Asher. Here's the map blown up right here. This name came from a man within the tribe of Asher, because names is all over Africa that come from the Israelites. Because why? Because the Israelites dwelt in Africa. They migrated to Africa. So when you go to 1 Chronicles chapter 7 and read verse 36, we see the name Beri, who was a descendant of Asher. The Senegal Hotel. I made a mistake and spelled it with the G, but the Senegal Hotel named Barry. Even named Barry, the Barry Diane Hotel, right? In Senegal. Now let's continue. Here's another book right here. Now this book here is printed in what year is this book printed? This book was printed in 19 it doesn't have the date here, but this is an old book also, right? It's an old book. It's called The Works of Captain Sir Richard F. Burton. So let's go inside here. Same thing inside the same book here, right? Volume number 1. It doesn't give the date, but I know it's printed, if I'm not mistaken, in the 1800s. This is an old book, right? Now, the Kingdom of Judah in Dahomey is mentioned on page 191. This is page 191. Now let's blow it up. Let's see what it says about the Kingdom of Judah. Somebody pick it up right here where it says the land.
The land around is called Lethafon, from the Nago people, whose chief Shade was slain by King Gezo, who were finally settled here. The eye dwells with delight upon the numerous country villages, like the 115 towns of the tribe of Judah.
Stop right there. 115 towns of the tribe of Judah. This is another old book. Source. Continue.
And upon the thin forest of palms rising from the tapestry of herbage, here waving, there cut short, which combine to make the spot of the Fritus, or paradise of the homeland.
The homey land, okay? But it's talking about these early white European Jewish travelers. They knew the Jews were in Africa. They knew this here. They always knew this here. Another source, the new voyage to Italy. The new voyage to Italy was curious observation, okay? Now, this is another old source that was printed, if not mistaken, in the 1800s. This is another old source. See, we're dealing with old. It's best to deal with old sources. When you're dealing with history, it's best to deal with old sources, old eyewitnesses. Okay, this is from the inside the book, The New Voyage to Italy. Now, this is on page 139. Right now, you see where I got my cursor at right here? Let's blow it up now. Start reading right here, where it says this or tis. Now keep in mind, this is Old English. So it says tis, it's talking about this. Go ahead.
Yep. This also a vulgar error that the Jews are all black.
You see? So basically, basically what they're saying is, it says a vulgar error that the Jews are all black. They're letting you know that the original Jews are black. Continue.
For this only true of the Portuguese Jews.
For this is only true of the Portuguese Jew. So they're letting you know that the Jews are black. We don't have to read no more. In fact, let's continue to read. Go read a little more. Go ahead, read a little bit more.
For this is only true of the Portuguese Jews, who marrying always among one another.
They always marry one another. The Jews marry within themselves. They was doing this in the 1800s, up into the 1800s. But these niggas say, "Oh no, we all mixed seed. We did a metamorphosis."
Bro, read the next one, man. The next line. My goodness.
Go ahead, my brother.
Okay, who marrying always among one another beget children like themselves.
You heard that? That's very important. Beget children like themselves. Now, when you get this mixed race, the child born don't look nothing like the mother or the father.
Thank you.
Con.
And we didn't prove that. Tiger Woods children, no. You know, you just go on and on. We've done it in other videos. They don't look, they can't reproduce themselves when they do that. Go ahead.
Exactly. I'll read the rest of it. Beget children like themselves and what's that? I can't even. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a kid. That's right. That's supposed to be acute. Consequently, the swarthiness of their complexion. Swarty means black of their complexion. Is the entail upon their whole race. The whole race.
Whole race black.
Not some of the races, the whole race. Let's continue.
Great lesson, brother. Damn.
King Solomon gold mines in Ophir. You ain't seen nothing. Yes, Qanath, you brothers, please get some water. Take a little break while somebody do reading. We're gonna go back and forth because y'all ain't seen nothing yet. King Solomon gold mines in Ophir. Ophir, folks. Ophir is mentioned in what? Kings 9:28. It says, and they came to Ophir, and they fetched from thence gold, 420 talents and brought it to King Solomon, right? So Ophir, now I heard these caps say in the past that Ophir was in America. That's a damn lie. Ophir was in Africa. This is an old map showing you Ophir. You see here on the left side, you see Sheba. See? The land of Sheba. Because the queen of Sheba, she came from where? Her name was Malika. She came from Sheba. Where Sheba was located? Sheba was located down here. This is Egypt up here, Ethiopia, Libya, Egypt. This is Sheba, right? And what you see right here, folks, while I got my cursor, let me see if I get my cursor right. What you see right here, Ophir. Now, the map on the left, on the right side is blown up. Ophir, right here. There goes Sheba. So, when Solomon men went down to get the gold, they went down to the land of Sheba. And what was located in Sheba? Ophir. That's why Queen of Sheba heard about Solomon. How did she hear about Solomon's fame? She heard about Solomon's fame from the Phoenicians and the Israelites that went down to get the gold in Sheba. So Queen of Sheba heard about Solomon. She heard about Solomon from the men digging gold in her country. That's how she heard about the fame of King Solomon, because Ophir was part of Sheba. As you see here on the map, this is Ophir, this is Sheba right here. That's how she heard about Solomon, right? Another map, Queen of Sheba also brought Solomon gold from the south. Another map. What do you see right here, Qanath, where I got my cursor? Ophir.
Ophir.
That's Ophir right there. You see the Red Sea? This is the way they went from Ezon-Geber, which was located within Edom. The ships was docked in Ezon-Geber. So they would travel all the way down the Red Sea, and then they would go to Ophir, and they would dig for gold and come back like every 3 years. Why I say every 3 years? Because it took them a long time to do this stuff. They was going back and forth, back and forth. They would come in Africa and explore Africa and dig for gold and fetch animals, all kinds of things. So they didn't just do this shit in weeks. It took them a long time to do this stuff.
Yep. Technology, yep. Wasn't that great?
1 Kings 10. Somebody read this for me right here.
I got 1 Kings 10. And when the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him with hard questions. Verse 2, and she came to Jerusalem with a very great train, with camels and bear spices and very much gold and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of that was in her heart.
Right? You see that? So she came to Solomon. 1 Kings 10:22. I read this. For the king had a sea of navy of Tarshish, meaning ships. It said with the navy of Hiram. Hiram, who was he? He was the king of Phoenicia. He was the Phoenician king. In fact, he was the king during King David time. In fact, he built King David a house. Mm-hmm. So King Hiram, right, during the time, the navy of King Hiram, once in 3 years, they came, the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks. So Solomon and King Hiram, they were allies and had their men dig for gold together. They brought back from Ophir, which was in South Africa. Now, we just read about Hiram, right? So Hiram was a friend of King David, and he was a friend of King Solomon, right? Now, this is his sarcophagus right here, Qanath. King Hiram's sarcophagus, right? Now, you see on the outside of the sarcophagus, it has the images, right? Let's blow it up. Let's blow it up right here. King Hiram sitting on his throne. You see this guy right here? This is outside or an image on the side of the sarcophagus. This is King Hiram right here. Let's blow it up now. Look what he looked like. He was a black man. A close-up of King Hiram as a black man, a Negro.
Boy.
One more time. This is his sarcophagus. These are the images right here. This is the image close-up, and this is an image even closer showing his face. This is what King Hiram looked like. So they depicted him as a black man.
Now look how thick and bushy his hair is.
Look at his phenotype. Look at the phenotype.
Right. Mm-hmm. The hair is the receipt. Right. So
you're looking at the image of King Hiram that built King David a house.
Mm-hmm.
And who helped King Solomon fetch gold in Ophir, South Africa. Same thing. It says here, the sarcophagus of King Hiram, or Tyre, see? 1200 BC, builder of King Solomon's temple in Jerusalem. That's true. Showing the king on his throne right here. That's him right here. And I just showed you the close-up of him right here. A black man. Okay. Now, from another book here, it's called Memories of Absence: How Muslims Remember the Jews in Morocco. Now, you're looking at an image on the front of the book of black Jews in Morocco that was taken, if I'm not mistaken, in the 1940s. Okay, it said one more time: Memories of Absence: How the Muslims Remember the Jews in Morocco. So you're looking at these black Jews in Morocco. See that? Black Jews in Morocco. This is a synagogue. Outside, or this is a sign of a synagogue outside the synagogue here. This is the synagogue. See the synagogue, Rabbi Ham, whatever this guy's name is. Okay, see this brother right here? I don't know if you guys ever seen this brother channel. He has a YouTube channel. He actually went to Morocco. And in fact, he went inside a synagogue. And he's showing, you see these pictures right here, Qanath? These pictures? Watch this here. He's showing you the pictures, these old photos of these black Jews, right? Now watch this. This is a close-up of one of these pictures. The black Jews walking with black Muslims. They walking together. See that, Qanath?
Yep.
You see a close-up. Black Jews and black Muslims who converted and became Muslims, Jews that became Muslims. They walking together, Qanath. But you can clearly see they all black.
You're not going to learn this in school. Any high school, no college. You're not going to learn this.
They all black, walking together. Another image from the same image he's showing. You see these black Jews? Watch this. This is a close-up. These are black Jews in Morocco. And this is inside of a synagogue in Morocco as we speak. An ancient synagogue. Now let's continue. It says here, another book, another source, the Benedict de Spinoza, right? It says here, Spinoza, his life and philosophy. And if I'm not mistaken, this is printed in I forgot the year. Oh, right here, 1891. You see it on the left side? This is printed in 1891. Now let's go and see what it says. In fact, I read it. Let's start right here. Let me start right here. Now he's describing a Jew, Qanath and Yavin and the other brother. I can't remember your name right now. He's describing a Jew, what a Jew looked like that he's seen, right? Or people are describing this Jew. It says here, he was a middle-sized. He had good features in his face and skin somewhat black curly hair, long eyebrows, and the same color, so that one might easily know by his looks that he was descended from the Portuguese Jews.
That's such a body bag. I can't even.
We just read about the Portuguese Jews. If you back up and go watch, we just read it from another source, right, Qanath, about the black Portuguese Jews.
Yep.
That's right.
So
let me ask you something, Yehuda. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
When has ancient white boy ever brought out a secondary source that said a Jew looked like a Mexican or a Hispanic?
Never.
They're not going to bring it out because it don't exist.
Exactly.
Let's continue. But it says one more time. He was a middle size. He had good features in his face. The skin somewhat black curly hair. See, black curly hair, long eyebrows, and it says, and of the same color, so that one might easily know that his looks or from his looks, that he was descended from the Portuguese Jews. This is from what source, folks? From the Spinoza Life and Philosophy, printed in 1891. Shall we continue, Qanath?
He cutting the heads off. This is wonderful, brother.
Let's continue, man. From now, I just read from the inside this book, right? This is an actual book right here. This is a copy of the actual book. It's not too clear, but let me read it for you. Let me start. You see the top right here where I got my cursor?
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, right here where I got my cursor. This is from the actual book. He was a middle size. He had good features in his face and skin somewhat black curled hair, long eyebrows, and it says, and of the same color, so that one might easily know by his looks that he was descended from the Portuguese Jews. So this is from the actual book. Let's continue. This miniature replica shows the three prisoners of war, the black Negro Jews of Lachish, because we know that the Jews was black that was taken from Lachish, right? So this map shows primarily capitals of the Neo-Assyrian Empire, and we know they came down and took the northern kingdom to captivity, right? So the Negro Lachish Jews relief taken captive to Assyria. You can see they was black. They carrying instruments, right? They was black. There's no getting around it. This is a closer image of the Jews from Lachish. Show them as Negro, black. Do they look like Mexicans and Hispanics to you?
Hell no.
Not even close.
Okay, another image of people of Lachish being deported. But let's get a close-up look now. Let's get a close-up look. You can see these brothers, they was black. See, they was black. These are Jews being carried to Lachish.
You know what's
This is a close-up of one of the same image,
right.
a close-up of the Negro Lachish Hebrew man.
Man, look at the wool and the waves. I ain't never seen dog hair do that.
Thank you. Thank you, Yavi. Thank you. And the Negro phenotype.
Damn.
Got a nose like Scottie Pippen's.
Let me say something real quick. I don't want to interrupt because I know you got a lot to do. This is unbelievable, man, because I'm trying to figure out why people are still teaching that 9 tribes are Hispanic, brother. This is just amazing to me. And it's like you show them the proof like you're showing right now, and they would just totally ignore this. And it gotta make me wonder, why would people even follow people like that? You know, I mean, but if it's hitting you in the face like that, you got the weak and tears, man, ain't no weak and tears in none of this stuff we bringing out. Everybody black.
Right.
Exactly. That's why I want you guys to blow this up, put it on your Facebook pages, make copies. You got my permission. Put it on your YouTube platform, whatever. Get this out.
I'm about to do some arts and crafts with this.
Please, you free to do whatever you want. Let's continue. Same thing from the same image. Look at a close up of Lachish black women. Look at this black women. Look at this, especially this one. This I don't know. This right here is the way they designed this one. Oh my God, this is. You have to understand these artists back then. They some of them was not really that good when it comes to chiseling rocks and stuff like that. But yeah, either way, you can clearly see the one right here in front was a Negro woman for sure. For sure. Okay, but let's continue. The siege of Lachish was the Neo-Assyrian Empire siege and conquest of the town of Lachish in 701 BCE. The siege is documented in several sources, including the Hebrew Bible, Assyrian documents, and in the Lachish relief, a well-preserved series of reliefs which once decorated the Assyrian king Sennacherib, place or palace at Nineveh. Okay, so now we're looking at another relief of a Lachish Jew. See that? Now, here's a close-up of these brothers, Lachish Jews. Look at these nappy heads.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the nappy beard. Look at the Negro phenotype from
That's all three of you nappy head Negroes on this
Right,
line.
that's thick buckshots.
Yeah.
Right. Both of them.
What you call it? Big buckshot.
Yeah,
Thick
buckshot. Yeah.
buckshots.
Beady top.
Yeah, right, exactly. Come on.
What they call it? What Pam you tell Martin? BDB in the kitchen.
BDB, right.
Yep.
Exactly. Another close-up of a Lakish Negro Jew. Another close-up. A Lakish Negro Jew.
Damn, I know
You can't even separate dog hairs like that. You can't even. It just goes straight down, line by line, string by string. How do you do that with dog hair? You can't. Man, come on. You
see, and that was very well groomed too. You see how the brother got his hair cut, Qanath? He got his little afro. Now watch this. Let's continue.
You know what that is, Yehuda? You see that right now when the girls be doing the brother's hair, right? Or the women do their hair when they be flatting it up and combing it down, and it be all shiny, and the grease they put in our scalp, just like that.
Right, exactly. But watch this though. The Lakish ruins. Let's deal with the Lakish ruins now. Archaeology and forensic anthropology, the 701 BCE time capsule of Lakish. So when they went to Lakish, guess what they did? They discovered hundreds of skulls, right? Israelite skulls. A large mass burial, was found dating to the 701 BC Assyrian siege and conquest of Lakish when Assyrian conquered and brutally murdered the civilian population and exiled the ruling class. Right? Let's start right here. Where it says, right here, you see where I got my cursor right here? You see where I got my cursor? It says Stargate estimated that 1,500 individuals were buried in this mass grave. From these skeletons, 695 skulls were sent to London to study, right? England for analysis. The bodies were those of men, women, and children. The Judean civilian population of Lakish from 701 BCE or 2,710 years ago. So they dug up these skulls, right? They sent these back to London to study. But let's see what it says, folks. Watch this here. The first report on the Lakish skulls included a thorough examination, etc. Right? Pathology, metrics, artificial, it's a deformation, etc. But I want to show you guys. So basically, I'm just showing you that they took the skulls to Europe to study. Down below, you see my cursor right here? It says that he concluded that the group was fairly heterogeneous, having close relationships to North African, Egyptian, and Nubian groups. So when they went to study these skulls of these Jews that they dug up, he said they had close relationship to North Africa, the Egyptians. Why? Because Ephraim Manasseh's mother was what? She was an Egyptian. And Nubian groups, who was also a part Nubian. When you go do the research, you will learn and find out that Abraham also, his great-great-great-grandmother was a Nubian. Basically, folks, they're telling you that these skulls, they had the shape of Negro.
Yep.
But we're going to dive more into that as we continue. The history and description of Africa by Leo Africanus. We all know who Leo Africanus is, right? We know who he is. Let's go inside.
I got you readers here who to utilize them.
Okay, yeah. Somebody start reading right here near the top.
You want to grab it out? You got it?
In fact, no. Start right here where I got my cursor. Where it says on right here. On right here. On.
Okay.
On right here.
On the other side, the Jews, is that or?
Yeah, Jews. That's right. The Jews.
Yep, the Jews.
Because remember, this is Old English.
Yep. That's right. Salakia. On the other side, the Jews, being wonderfully increased in Spain, passed one after another into Africa and Mauritania.
That's
And
good.
dispersed-
That's good. And dispersed among themselves, even to the confines of New Media. But he's letting you know that the Jews was dwelling in Africa and Mauritania. Even Leo Africanus knew that the Jews was in Africa and Mauritania. And this is from the inside this book here, The History and Description of Africa. Somebody read this for me. Eri, the son of Gad. Eri, the son of Gad. Genesis 46:16.
Okay. Eri, a son of Gad, Genesis 46:16, and the sons of Gad, Ziphion and Haggi, Shuni, and Esbon, Eri, and Arodi, and Areli.
Right. Or Eri or Eri. Some say Eri, some say Eri, right? Eri, a son of Gad. Now watch this here. The kingdom of Judah. We all seen this map, right? We all seen this map, the kingdom of Judah, right? Or wider. Judah, kingdom of Judah. West Africa. But what else is in this map that we overlook? Let's come over here. You see my cursor? You see what it says Aweri? You see Eri? Aweri.
Mhm.
The Gadites also dwell in Africa. See the kingdom of Judah and Aweri. Let me go back. Aweri right here. From the son of Gad, Eri.
Mhm.
Okay? Watch this. Eri is said to be the original legendary cultural head of the Umu Eri groups and Igbo people. Eri established a community in the middle of Anambra River Valley. In Agulu Eri, where he married 2 wives. The first, the first wife, I can't even pronounce that. I'm not even gonna try. Bore him 5 children. The first was Agulu, the founder of Agulu Eri, the ancestral head of Eri kingdom clans. But I'm showing you that the history of Gad's son Eri is mentioned in Genesis 46 and 16. And Neri, also Neri. Let's continue. Where my cursor is at here. The second was Menri, the founder of Umunri, kingdom of Neri. So you got Neri and Eri. See, Eri and Neri. So keep that in mind. You got Eri and Neri. Now let's start right here. I know you folks saying, where is Yehuda going with this? Where are you trying to go with this here? Just pay attention though. You got Eri and Neri, right? Eri and Neri. Watch this here. As one of the children of Eri, Mary migrated from Agulu Eri. So you got Eri that came from Gad and Neri, who came from Eri. Well, watch this. Our Eri name is from Eri, son of Gad, folks. Right? Now watch this here. Let me see something. Let me go back. Hold on a second. Bear with me for a second.
No, take your time. They don't teach this in any colleges.
Yeah. So our Eri name is from Eri. Aweri is from an Eri, the son of Gad. As you see right here on the map, this African map. Now, somebody read this for me real quick here. Well, I got highlighted right here.
Okay, I'll grab it. 1897, educated African Jewish man is conceptually confusing to Americans.
You see that? 1897, educated African Jewish man is conceptually confusing to the Americans. In what year he says? 1897. This is an article of a black deaf man. He was deaf. He was from Africa. He was from Africa, right? Now let's see. Let's see if I can blow it up. It's not really that it's not really that blown up where you can really read it, but I'm going to try to read it for you. It says here, let me see here. I'm trying to think where I want to start at. You know what I'm going to do, Qanath? I'm going to blow this up and come back to this later. But basically, this article is dealing with this deaf black man, right? And he came to the Americas, and he was revealed that he was a Jew from Africa. He revealed that he was a Jew from Africa. I'm sorry I didn't blow this up. I forgot to blow it up. That's okay. But I come back to this another time in another video, but let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Now, this is from another old source right here, Qanath, right? From the library of the Princeton University. It says here, the European Magazine and London Review, printed in what year? 1810. You see that? 1810. Now, let's go inside this book and see what it says. On page 497. You see where my cursor is at, Qanath? And Yavin?
Con.
Now watch this.
That's it.
Let me blow it up. Start reading right here, Yavin, where it says page 187.
Okay, Yehudi, a place of great trade. This place is reported to be inhabited by one of the lost tribes of Israel, possibly in immigration from the tribe of Judah. Yehuda in African Arabia signifies Judah. Yehudi signifies Jew. It is not impossible that many of the lost tribes of Israel may be found and dispersed into regions of Africa when we will become better acquainted with that continent. It is certain that
with the continent, exactly. And this is blowing up right here. This is blowing up. Now this is from a source called the European Magazine that was printed in 1810. That knowledge of the Jews in Africa. And this is more blown up right here. Let me read it one more time. This place is reported to be inhabited by one of the lost tribes of Israel, possibly an immigration from the tribe of Judah or Yehuda. It says in African Arabic signifies Judah. Yehudi signifies Jew. It is not impossible that many of the lost tribes of Israel may be found dispersed in the interior regions of Africa.
Now, hold up, Yehuda. Now, hold up. See, that's when you go to Apocrypha, right? Lost books, right? And you read 2nd Esdras 13th chapter, is that you know they were still there back then and there today.
Mm-hmm.
And 2nd Esdras, when they said they went to a further country, that's exactly it. They went to Africa. We proved it. We proved it in our lesson that they went right past Jerusalem, right, Qanath? They went right back past Jerusalem. Yep. And many stayed behind in Jerusalem. Let's continue. 1 Chronicles 9:33. And these are the singers. The singers, folks. Who were the singers, Yavin? What people among the tribes could only sing, was allowed to do the singing and playing other instruments, etc.?
Chief of the fathers of the Levites.
The Levites. Go ahead. Continue to read this for me, Yavin.
Who remaining in the chambers were free, for they were employed in that work day and night.
Okay, so the Levites was the singers, right? First, this is 2 Chronicles 5 and 12. Read this for me right here.
Okay. Also the Levites, which were the singers, all of them of Asaph, of Haman, of Jeduthun, with their sons and their brethren, being arrayed in white linen, having cymbals and pastries and harps, stood at the east end of the altar, and with them 120 priests sounding with trumpets.
So the Levites were the singers, and they played the instruments. Nehemiah 13:10, I read it. And I perceived that the portion of the Levites had not been given them, for the Levites and the singers that did the work were fled everyone to his field. So the Levites did the singing and played the instruments. Now these are images from a relief of Levite musicians, Qanath. And as you can see, they're all brothers, all black. Look at their garments. Look at the instruments.
Yep. And I got garments just like that, man. Yep.
Let's blow it up. Let's blow it up. These are two right here playing instruments. These are Levites, black Levites. Another image, the same thing, Negro Levites. Right? What they got? What they have right here, Qanath, right here. You see what the waistline? What symbol is that right there? Is
that the menorah?
Anybody know?
Menorah, it looks like.
Yep, yeah. Upside down. Yep. You see that? You see the fringes? But watch this. This is a close up right here. One of these Levites playing instruments. This is a close up, but you can clearly see the Negro phenotype.
And look at that's the cheekbones. That's the hair, the beard.
And woolly braids and locks.
You see that? That's gonna tell you. Same thing. Some Negroes' hair was real thick. Some Negroes' hair was a little curly. Some Negroes' hair was real nappy. Just like today, same thing.
But look at the bottom. Look what he's doing at the bottom.
Look at the beard. The nappy beard. Look at the Negro phenotype, the bone structure. Negro who came, I'm sorry, let me start over. Negro who can write Hebrew. It was an article here in America years ago, many years ago, of a Negro who could write Hebrew that came to the Americas, right? It says a Negro who can write Hebrew. He is deaf and dumb and comes from the African town. It says here.
Bro, can you stop real quick?
Go ahead.
This is what I'm talking about. Deaf, dumb. Yes. Yeah, he can write Hebrew, but he's dumb.
right.
Go ahead, bro.
Right. right. That's a good point, Qanath. But it says here from Hartford, Connecticut, September 19. I can't remember what year, but this is many years ago. This is way before we was even born. A young African Negro has been in this city for the last few days who claims to be a Hebrew. He is deaf and dumb and as black as the ace of spades. He carries a pad of paper with him and answers all questions by writing them in Hebrew and Lashawan Kaddish. What excites the most wonder is that he writes Lashon Kaddish very rapidly. So Qanath, he could write the Hebrew though. It says it is the language of the books of Moses and is made of a special study of spoken and written with easily by the rabbis and the highly educated Hebrews. The Negro was sent to one of the rabbis of Hartford, Connecticut, who is perfectly satisfied that he is a Hebrew. He says that he came from a large town in Africa, where there is a tribe of about 2,000 black Hebrews who speak Lashon Kaddish and are quite prosperous. He also says that his father is a rabbi in that town, and that that is why his father took the trouble to teach him to write those languages. Anybody want to say something so far?
No, just keep on kicking ass. I mean,
he says which needed an extra amount of labor on account of him being deaf and dumb. But he says that this guy was a black Hebrew. He just came from out of nowhere, and it was an article written on this guy in America. Views of the Biblical World in Volume 2. This is Volume 2. This is a set of books that I have that's out of print that was published in Israel, right, in 1960. And also printed in Israel in 1960. Let's go inside the book now. Let's see what it says. Levite Assyrian captive musicians. You see right here where I got yellow Qanath? Now these are the Levites right here, musicians right here. Right? This is from inside the book right here. So now I'm gonna blow it up. Somebody read this part. Now, before you read the part, this is the part right here. So somebody read this for me right here. Read that Yavin or somebody. It doesn't matter.
You grab it out if you want to read.
Anybody?
Brother still there?
I guess
I'll grab it.
Go ahead.
Okay. The lyre, the harp, the tambourine, the castanet, and the cymbal were common musical instruments in the ancient world.
Yep.
A quartet composed of such instruments is seen in a relief from the reign of Ashurbanipal.
Yeah, he was a Syrian king. Yep.
7th century BC. The player at the front left is beating a tambourine.
He's talking about this guy right here beating the tambourine. See? Go ahead.
The one to the right is in the rear is clashing hand cymbals together.
He's talking about this guy way in the back. See? Right here. All black. Go ahead.
With that anti-gravitational hair. While next to him, a harpist is plucking an 8-stringed harp with both hands.
This guy right here in the front. This Jew right here in the front. Go ahead.
The fourth player.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
In symbol in the rear on the left is playing an oblong 5-string harp.
He's talking about this guy way in the back right here. Okay, this is a close up right here. All Negro.
Now, wait a minute. See, I got a harp on the hair again. I gotta do it. I don't know anybody that's not a Negro who has. Well, you know, they try to copy us by doing locks. If they get locks, how their hair just stick horizontal in the air like that.
Another close up. These Levite musicians. Levite musicians from inside this book printed in Israel. This book was printed in Israel in 1960 by biblical scholars. On the right side, same thing. Black Negro Levite musicians.
Now, you know what? Check this out. This is what gets me, right? Now you got a lot of brothers, right? Making other brothers cut their hair and talking about, oh, them locks are nasty. Like you can't wash your locks. So I guess them guys right there, they locks were nasty. Their beard hair was nasty too, huh?
Yeah, I guess they was nasty.
Right.
Let's go inside another old source. 1418 through 1918. See, let's go inside this source here. Historia da, I can't even pronounce that, whatever that is. So whoever knows Spanish, I don't know.
The green, that's what
that's what it says. I don't know. But let's go inside this old source. So you see how old this source is? Look at the paper. Look how old this is. Let's go inside. Let's read and see what it says. Let's read and see what it says. In fact, let me see. I want to start at. I'll start right here. Those, however, who refuse to embark and lead the islands of Africa would be handed over to the African kings to be killed, right? So you go back, the previous page talk about the Jews, right? And permit authorized Captain Bernardin Gomes to offer to the indigenous chiefs of all the gifts that were necessary to achieve the delivery or the murder of those land cardos. It seems that these violent measures by, I can't pronounce this guy's name, I'm not even going to try, were intended to reach Jews and foreign adventurers who spread freely along the African coast.
There we go again. Second address all over Africa, showing rivers, sources.
This is the old source. This source is what?
1838
18 through 19. This is old source.
Yep.
So here's another source I want to go into real quick. David Rubini. He's also inside the book, The Jewish Traveler. David Rubini was a black Jew. Watch this, 1522. You see that, Qanath?
Yes, sir.
David Rubini, right? Inside what book? The Jewish Traveler. But watch this here. Watch this. Let's prove that David Rubini was black. This is inside of a book called Auto de Fe de Jew. This is, I guess it's Spanish, right? Let me read. Yavin, can you see right here?
Yes. The ambassador was the famous David Rubini, who started on his mission in 1522, and his principles seem to have been the black Jews of Qanath.
There we go. Let me go back. David Rubini was inside. He's inside the Jewish Traveler. He was one of the ancient Jewish travelers. They say he was a black man.
Yeah.
You can go read him inside the Jewish Travelers. He also went to Africa, the Middle East. He knew exactly where the 10 tribes was located.
What you talking about, Willis?
Right. Let's continue. This is a close-up. The ambassador was the famous David Rubini, who started on his mission in 1522. And his principal seems to have been the black Jews. See, of Qanath. Because he had also accomplices with him, other Jews with him. And they said they was all black. Right? And watch this here. It said Jews of who? Qanath. Qanath is the country of India. The witness to Esther chapter 8 and 9. The Jews dwelling from who? India to Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue. Now, do y'all know who this guy is right here? Do anybody know who this guy is right here?
Nathaniel. Bishop Nathaniel.
Nate the Snake, right?
Yeah.
Nate the Snake, folks. You can go Google it. Google IUIC Issachar, Mexicans or Issachar. Google that video. He tried to do damage control and try to prove that Mexicans come from the tribe of Issachar. Right?
Yeah, and demonize his own people in the process.
Right. This book here he's using this book to prove his case. But let me show you something, folks. I have this same exact book.
Hey, Yehuda, while you're getting that, if you can remember, you got that tribes, what you call it, lost tribes, and they were talking about the Spanish guy spoke to the Israelites.
Right. Lost tribes in Promised Land.
I want you to go and show them the other book. We'll
do Qanath. We'll do that next week.
Okay, yeah, because a lot of people think that we're gonna destroy that, man. But go ahead.
I got two more sources of the lost tribe in Promised Land, 2 more books that give you more detail to the story.
That's right.
But again, Nate was trying to prove to everybody that Mexicans come from the tribe of Issachar from this book. But what he don't know is many people got the same book. Now let's go inside and see. So this is my book right here.
I got it.
This is my book right here. I got the same book. Right? The same book. Now watch this. Let me show y'all how a snake this guy is. Now what he did, he read this part right here. He had somebody scan it and he read this part, right? Where it says the Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar and of the family of Issachar. He said, you see, this proves that the Mexicans are Issachar. But what the nigga did not tell nobody on the same page, see, you see my cursors out here on the right? Mm-hmm. He read this part. What this nigga didn't tell y'all, on the same page near the top, the same European is letting you know that these Mexicans or so-called Mexicans, which is not, that Issachar went into Africa on the same page. He read this part below. He did not read this part near the top.
Let's get it.
The top paragraph on the same exact page, on page 88. It says that Issachar went into West Africa. Watch this. Let's read it now. Read that, Yavin. The same goddamn page. Excuse my language. The same goddamn page that this lying devil read in that video. You see how you see the people? Mm-hmm. He read this part right here, near below. He didn't read this part near the top.
Let's get it. Let's read it.
Read the part near the top. Let's see what the same European man said about Issachar. Read that part.
Jews fleeing from Sennacherib about 700 BC through West Africa and thence to America.
Do what?
Through West Africa and thence to America.
You ain't read no more. This same white man, he wrote that Issachar went into West Africa after the death of Sennacherib.
And thence to America.
Snake.
But the point is, the same European wrote that they went into West Africa. Mm-hmm. So Nate did not read this part. He read this part down here.
Let me clarify even more. We all know we went into captivity and spread throughout the whole world. And I'm gonna do a class to show y'all every tribe of black people that came from different parts of Africa in South America. Now, I already done one part of it, and you're going to see if you even read that part, blow it up again, the bottom part where Nate read. Okay, let me go back. This is the part he read right here. Right. It says the Mexicans are originally the 10 tribes, right? Captured by Salmanazar, right? And of the family of Issachar. Here's the thing: Mexicans are black too, right? And those are the ones that went into slavery with Deuteronomy 28:68, right? Those are the ones that's in bondage in Mexico that's living like some crap over there. Mexicans are not just the ones with straight hair, just like African American, Caucasian American, Asian Americans, exactly. Right? Named after a country don't make you that person.
Well, guess what? Guess what I
Mm-hmm.
just discovered? That the original name Mexican was for the blacks.
Yes, I found that out too.
All those blacks in Mexico.
We found it. I think we found out last week, right?
Yep.
We found it out last week.
But
So
this is
Mexicans
Right,
really stand for black people, but they want you to, when you say Mexican, oh, see, that's no, you got black people in Mexico, and it's shown on the top of the page. They came from West Africa to over here, right? That's what this guy said.
But this book is just theories. It's based on theories. In fact,
all theory.
When you go inside the book, most of the white men inside that same book, they disagree that Indians are Israelites. They disagree. Yes. See, what Nate did, Nate only chose this guy because he said that Mexicans are Issachar. This is the scan from IUIC. But like I said, he did not read the top part. He didn't read this. The same European man said they went to West Africa. See, this lying nigga did not read this part here. I wonder why he didn't want you guys to see that part.
Because the scriptures say, woe unto the pastor that lead my people astray. That's because you have people out here who lead us astray. Black, white, red, green, or brown. I mean, they teach us in school. Chris Columbus discovered America. You know, so he deliberately.
Well, let's continue. Right, deliberately. But you guys show he got exposed. But let's continue. The Jewish travelers in the Middle Ages, the same book. Another Jewish traveler named Benjamin of Tudela. It said 1165 through 73 BC. Another Jewish traveler, right? Mm-hmm. It says right here. Look what he says. This same traveler, Benjamin, in 1165 through 70. He was a traveler through 1165 through 73 BC. AD. Right? Mm-hmm. But look what he says here. He says, thence. He's telling you where he went. Thence, it is a 7 days journey to Kulam, which is the beginning of the country of the sun worshippers. These are the sons of Cush, who read the stars and are black in color. Right? But he says here, the journey, he said, this is a 7 days journey to Kulam. Where's Kulam? Kulam is in India. Now watch this.
Remember, go ahead, Slaki, go ahead.
Kulam is in India. Watch this. The next page. Look what he says, folks. Let me blow it up. And throughout the island, including all the towns there live several thousand Israelites. These inhabitants are all black, and the Jews also.
Damn.
Later are good and relevant. But he says that all the inhabitants in Kulam, whatever that place is, Kulam, he said it was all black and the Jews also.
He said they knew the laws of Moses and the prophets.
And they knew the laws of Moses and the prophets. He said, and to a small extent, the Talmud. But he said the Jews were all black. And this was in the 1100s, right? The 1100s. When did he travel? The 1100s.
And you can find this in the book of Kings with Solomon. I think he had 90 provinces from Ethiopia all the way up to India. And they told him, you got Jews all in India, all over the place.
But let's continue. Let's go inside the same book, the Jewish travelers. Listen, man. I think that black people should have this book, just like they got it from Babylon to Timbuktu. Because let me tell you guys something. Dr. Winslow, who wrote From Babylon to Timbuktu, he got some of his sources from this book here. The Jewish travelers, I recommend all black people get this book right here. The Jewish travelers. Listen, Qanath, they knew exactly where the patriarchs was buried. They knew where Ezra was buried at, all kinds of stuff. They were still using biblical names in the early centuries, like Eldad and Danite. Look what it says here. Another Jew, his name was Obadiah Jer. He traveled in 1487 through 1490. Look now, let's see what he said. Right? You see what's all highlighted at? Let me blow it up and let's read see what he says. He says right here. In fact, let me start right here. I made inquiries concerning the Sambatian. There was a river. And I hear from one who has been informed that a man who has come from the kingdom of Prester John and has related that there are high mountains and valleys there, which can be traversed in a 10 days journey. and which are certainly inhabited by descendants of Israel. They have 5 princesses of kings and have carried on great wars against the Johannites, which is the Abyssinians. So he said that these Jews was constantly fighting against the Abyssinians. But look what else he says here. He says, let me start here. But God had mercy of the kings succeeded in India who were not so cruel as their predecessors, and it is said that the former glory of the Jews is now in the measure restored. They have again, he said, they have again become numerous, and though they still pay tribute to the Johannites with the Abyssinians, they are not entirely subject to them. Right? And look what he says here. Let me go back. Subject to them. For he said 4 years ago, it is said they again made war with their neighbors, meaning the Israelites. He said that the Israelites was constantly fighting the Cushites. He said when they plundered their enemies and made many prisoners, the enemy, on the other hand, they took some of them prisoners and sold them as slaves. So he said that the Cushites used to sell the Israelites as slaves. Look what it says here. A few of these were brought to Cairo and redeemed by the Jews there. I saw 2 of them, he said, in Cairo. They were black phylacteries, but not as so black as the Negro, meaning the dark-skinned Cushites. But he said he saw 2 of these Jews that was brought to Cairo as slaves. He said they was black and they was called phylacteries. Who are the phylacteries today? Beta Israel and Ethiopia. As you see right here, Beta Israel is made up of the Danites, Asher, Gad, Naphtali, and other tribes. They look just like you and I, as you see here.
Yeah.
And that was from an early Jewish traveler. Another source, the Critical Review of Annuals of Literature. You see how old this source is, Qanath?
You show like 20 sources, man. But go ahead, keep going.
This is 1784. Look right where I got my cursor right here. 1784. Let's go inside. So this is page 141. It said the Jews expelled to St. Thomas. Look what it says here. It says King John II in 1492 expelled all the Jews to the island of St. Thomas, which had been discovered in 1471, and to other Portuguese settlements on the continent of Africa. And from these right here, banished Jews, the Black Portuguese, as they are called, and the Jews in Longo, who are what's that word here? I don't know what that word is. Even by the very Negroes. But he said that these Jews that were expelled to the island of St. Thomas, there was black Negroes. There was black Negro.
1492.
How many more sources do we need, brother?
It was over the first one you showed.
Let's keep it up. Let's go. Let's continue.
Rub it in.
The Negro in the New World. Hey, Qanath, remember I gave you a copy of this book here when you came up to the field?
Yep, I got it.
Right. This book here is about, the whole book is on the Negro. I think this was printed like the 1960s, if I'm not mistaken. The Negro in the New World. This is page 27. Now, page 27, you see I got highlighted? Let's go see what it says now. Page 20, what page you say?
No, I said great book. I was reading when you gave it to me.
Yeah, page 27. Look what it says here. I blew it up, right? It says the Elamites of Mesopotamia appears to have been a Negroid people with kinky hair, and to have transmitted this racial type to the Jews and Syrians. Because it said that Jacob was called a Syrian, right? In the Bible. So this is another source showing that the Jews were described as people, it says, with kinky hair. Let's continue. Same page. Near the bottom. Let me read near the bottom. The Jews are composed of 3 or 4 separate racial elements. The Asiatic Negroid strain shows itself occasionally in the curly hair, the long eye, and proportions of the skull. See, the Jewish hybrids with the Negro in Jamaica. So they're telling you that the Jews look like the Negro
in Jamaica.
Let's continue.
Oh,
we went over Biafra, Africa. We don't have to go over again, but this is another map here of you see of Judah. See the book Africa and its inhabitants, volume number 2. But let me read this part here. East of the Great Popo begins of Dahomey, right? In fact, let me blow it up. East of the Great Popo begins of Dahomey territory, guarded by the important town of, what's that word? I can't even see that word. Whatever that town is, known to the Europeans by the various names of Fida, or I think it's Harida, or Wida. The old writers call it Judah, and its inhabitants were said to be Jews. Watch this here. While the neighboring river Alala, whose real name is Ephra, became the Euphrates. Why did they name it the Euphrates? Because they came from above the Euphrates when they migrated to Africa. So they named this river in West Africa. The Jews named this river. They called it the Euphrates. Here's the river right here. See the map? See the river? Look at my cursor. That's the river Euphrates. They call this river the Euphrates. Why? Because they migrated from the Euphrates. Mentioned in second Esdras. In fact, I have another map stored away. I'll probably display it later on, showing you a closer image of this old map of Judah in West Africa and that river called the Euphrates. Let's continue. Moses, king, prophet, and priest. Yes, folks, Moses was a king, a prophet, and a priest. He was a king, prophet, and priest. So the chronology of the pharaohs of Egypt, right? I'm going to show you that who was Moses' mother, adopted mother, and adopted father and grandfather. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you right now, right? So the 18th dynasty of Moses, pharaoh of Exodus, right? It says Moses, Amutet the first, Tutmosis is Queen Moses, Tutmosis the second, Queen Hatshepsut. Queen Hatshepsut, folks, she's the woman who adopted Moses. When you go do the biblical timeline and study the history, she was the one who adopted Moses, Queen Hatshepsut or Hatshepsut. Okay, Amutet the first. Okay, he's the pharaoh that killed all the firstborn male babies. And in fact, Yavin, read this right here, Exodus 1 and 22. Read that right there for me, right here.
Exodus 1:22, and Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive.
Amutet is first, according to many biblical scholars who lined up the timeline. He is the pharaoh that killed all the first male babies mentioned in Exodus 1 and 22. And you can see he's a black man. He was a black man, right? Pharaoh Tutmosis, he's the pharaoh that adopted Moses as his grandson. This is him right here. He's the one that adopted Moshe or Moses as his grandson. Tutmosis the first. This is him also. This is another likeness of Tutmosis the first. So this is Moses' adopted grandfather right here. You want to say something, Qanath?
No, I'm just, I mean.
This is him right here. A black man. This is Hatshepsut. She's the woman who adopted Moses. Read this for me right here, Yavin. Exodus 2 and 10.
DeBar, you back yet? DeBar? Go ahead.
Khan, I'm back. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
okay.
Yeah, read that for me right there. Exodus 2 and 10.
Yes, the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 10. And the child grew, and she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter. And he
Which is Hatshepsut. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Khan. So she called his name Moses, saying, because I drew him out of the water.
Also, the name Moses, she named him that also. But back in that time, in her family line, the name Moses was popular. Let me go back and show you. It was popular. That's why it was called Tutmosis, Tutmosis II, Tutmosis I, etc. Right? Because the name Moses was popular. Even Queen of Moses, go look her up, Queen of Moses. So she, Hepsheshet, is Moses' adopted mother, a black woman, as you can see here. This is her also, another likeness of her right here, a black woman. This is her mommy right here. And right here, you see these little hands, little children right here in the back? The children at an Egyptian museum looking at Hepsheshet mummy on display. Now you can clearly see her mummy that she was a black woman.
Come on.
You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say, look at her hair, look at her. They say, look at her hair. That's a wig.
Thank you. This black woman is the woman, you are looking at the face of the woman who adopted Moses.
And let me say something too. When you look at the hair, I want everybody to understand something. When you look at skeletons, right? Everything decays. Even the hair decays. You know how old this is? Look at that hair. That hair look like it's been shining grease on the side. Okay? And a hair is a living organism.
You know, I mean, the cultural Qanath. You know what they used to do? The Egyptians, they used to sew the wig in their scalps.
Mm-hmm.
They used to sew the wigs in their scalps. The ancient Egyptians. That's what they did.
That's a wig, brothers and sisters. This case, they see, no. That's a wig. They sewed that stuff in their hair,
in their scalp. They used to do that. Either way, this is the woman right here who adopted Moses right here. This is her also. This is another image of this is Queen Todd. This is the woman who was the grandmother of King Tut, who we know as King Tut. I just want to show everybody this image.
Damn.
This is her right here. She's the one who she was the grandmother of King Tut. Moses and the Exodus, the bust of Moses and his hieroglyphic name. So this is the hieroglyphic bust of Moses that they kept hidden for all these years. So this is the face of Moses that was made in ancient Egypt right here. And hieroglyphic name right here. Right? Today the statue of Moses above in black diorite is in the museum of art history in Vienna. But the base and feet are in the nation or in the National Museum of Ireland in Dublin. See, in Dublin. So all these years they've been keeping this statue hidden from the public. You know why? Because they didn't want the people to see that Moses was a black man.
When he got high cheekbones, you can obviously see that's a black man.
This is the bust of Moses and his hieroglyphic. This is the hieroglyphic name right here, Moshe. Okay, so Moses, king, prophet, and priest. Somebody read this for me right here. Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter, verse 4.
I got it. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, verse 4. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob.
You see that? Read that right here. Verse 5.
Verse 5. And he was king in Jeshurun when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together.
Exactly. So Moses was not only a priest, Moses became a king. So really, Moses was the first king of Israel. It wasn't Saul, it was Moses. He was really the first king. Okay, this is the same image but in color. The same image. You see that, Qanath?
Yep.
Hey,
and all these years.
I just want to bring something out. You notice that they knocked off the noses. This is something Napoleon did, and it shows you that they wanted to hide the Negro features, because what they usually would do, even through all of Egypt, you see the noses. The noses
Exactly.
got knocked off because the white man wanted to hide the fact that all civilizations in antiquity were great before him. And he did, and he got jealous because he saw that there were Negroes, okay, and people of color who ruled the world before he did.
Exactly. But just same thing here with the statue of Moses. They knocked his nose off. They did the same thing, but the hieroglyphic name it says Moshe. This is another image of Moses. All right, this is an image of Moses that was rescued from the Dura Yoruba synagogue. Okay, now if you folks don't have the brother Professor Lee Cummings' book, I advise you to go buy some of his material. And actually, I got this from his source right here. But either way, I did some research and he was right. Right, this is an old image of Moses from an ancient synagogue in Syria. Right, and it says here this image is at least 2,300 years old.
And let me say this too. Reminder: Professor Lee Cummings supposedly came on last week, so let's pray. I didn't hear anything from him, but he's going to do his book release. He has a new book coming out. He's going to do it F.O.P.E.
Right, exactly. But the depiction of Moses as a black man from an ancient synagogue in Damascus that date back to 305 BC. So even back then, they depicted Moses as a black man. Right? But let's continue. Same thing. Notice the woolly hair, the black skin. So this is a close-up right here. Let's continue. Another source, Qanath, travels in Africa, Mungo Park. This is another old source. Let's go inside and see. You see, right inside the book here, the same book. It's called Travel in the Interior Districts of Africa. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Then it gives you the year. Look, the years. Look what it says here. 1795, 1796, 1797. But let's go. And this is the guy this is the traveler here. But let's go inside now to see what it says here, right? So this is on page 274, right? But let's blow it up now to see what it says. So somebody do me a favor. Start where it says here,
I got it, brother. I discovered that the Negroes are in possession, among others, of an Arabic version of the Pentateuch of Moses.
Stop right there. He said he discovered that the Negroes are in possession, among others, of an Arabic version of the Pentateuch of Moses. I bet the native Indians didn't have no Pentateuch of Moses.
Like I said, remember every class we do, they always mention the word Negro.
Always Negro. But
and then people got a problem when we say Negro.
Right, like it's something bad with being a Negro.
Mm-hmm.
But it says here that in the 10th century AD, Sadia Gayan wrote a tafsir in Arabic translation of the Torah and some other biblical books with the commentary. These were written in the Hebrew characters. Right? There's Hezekiah, one of the governors of Judea. Do you know that the Jews had a governor after the captivity named Hezekiah? Did anybody know that?
No, I didn't.
There was a governor in Judah after the captivity. We know that Zerubbabel was a governor. I think Nehemiah was a governor, if I'm not mistaken. But also, the Jews had a governor named Hezekiah. And Hezekiah, he was a governor between 350 through 302 BC. It says right here, Hezekiah was the last governor of the Persian Empire. See, he was the last governor of the Persian Empire and governed after Alexander the Great started the Greek Empire in 333 BC. Now, let's see what he looked like. This is a coin of Hezekiah, the governor. This is an old coin. You can see the front of the coin and the back of the coin, right? You see the inscription, Hezekiah. You see over here another inscription, meaning governor. This is his likeness right here, a black man.
But I thought we have no proof that Israel existed.
Thank you.
Artifacts, written history.
But this is Hezekiah. He was the last governor of the Persian Empire. He was a black man. This is a close-up of him right here.
Damn.
Okay? A black man, Hezekiah, a Jew, governor of Judea. The last governor, he was the last governor of the Persian Empire. A black man. You can clearly see from an ancient coin. But let's continue. Another source, Qanath. How many sources do we got?
But you got at least have about 30 so far.
Man.
Another source. Judaism and Enlightenment from another ancient source, Laville. I'm not even gonna waste my time trying to pronounce this, but let's continue. Let's go to the next page. Judaism and the formation of Enlightenment, radicalism. Right? Let's go inside and see what they said. In fact, let's pick it up right here. This is from the source I read earlier, but this is the actual book now, the actual book. And he's describing what this Jew looked like. Pick it up where I got the cursor, he.
Okay. He was of a middle size. He had good features in his face, his skin somewhat black curled hair, long eyebrows, and of the same color, so that one might easily know him by his looks that he was descended from Portuguese Jews.
He said that one may know that he descended from Portuguese Jew. Now continue. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
In Levier's version, Colorus's words are subtly amended. He was of average size with well-proportioned facial features, dark skin, black, curly hair, eyebrows of the same color, dark, and lively eyes. A fairly attractive physiognomy.
Physiognomy. And a Portuguese ear. So you got two witnesses right here. They both describe this same guy as black, a Jew, and they say he was attractive. He was a handsome man. And
you notice all the readers always talk about how beautiful the women are, or how handsome the man is, and how in the skin. Always somehow beautiful.
Right. They say he was a handsome black Jew, like the handsome Qanath. He was handsome,
right?
and look, like how Muhammad say.
Yeah, Muhammad said that. That's what Qanath like that.
Let me continue. The 10 tribes spoke Aramaic. They didn't speak Hebrew mostly. They may have spoke some Hebrew, but the 10 tribes spoke Aramaic. Somebody read it, 2 Kings 18:26.
Okay, I got it. 2 Kings 18, verse 26.
Yes, sir.
Then Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, Shebna, and Joah said to the Rebshakeh, please speak to your servants in Aramaic, for we understand it. They did not speak to us in Hebrew in the hearing of the people who are on the wall.
So during the captivity, the Persian captivity, they told the Assyrians or whatever, the Persians, they said, speak to us in Aramaic. We understand Aramaic, but do not speak to us in Hebrew. Ezra 4:7, I read this. And in the days of Artaxerxes, king of Persia, Bishlam, Mithredath, Tabel, and the rest of his associates wrote a letter to Artaxerxes. It was written in Aramaic, and they translated. So the 10 tribes spoke Aramaic. Did they ever find any Aramaic in the Americas?
No, sir. We've been saying this for the longest. Bro.
Some accounts place some West African Jewish community in the Ondo Forest in Nigeria, south of Timbuktu. This community maintained a Torah scroll. Wait a minute, the Jews had the Torah scroll in Aramaic? Torah scroll as late as 1930s, written in Aramaic, that had been burnt into parchment with a hot iron instead of ink, so it could not be changed. So the 10 tribes, when they went to Africa, they had Aramaic and they burnt it into parchment. So the writing could not be changed by nobody.
Hey, Elder Yehuda, real quick. Just want to insert a comment real quick.
Go ahead.
A lot of Hebrews better be careful, man, trying to say that all these people in Africa is Hamites. What you're seeing here through this class is that there's more evidence that the 10 tribes are in Africa, and that many of the lands that we traveled in Africa, that our people are actually Hebrews there than what we see in America.
Exactly.
So we better be careful, man, what we be saying, because what we seeing now is the Most High is bringing this truth out for real.
Exactly. Well said. They skating on thin ice when they talk about most of the Jews coming over here to the Western Hemisphere. Get the hell out of here with that. Let's continue. Babylon of Timbuktu. We all have this book. Everybody named Mama got this book. Dr. Winsor mentioned Bagola, a guy named Bagola in his book, folks, from Babylon of Timbuktu. Now, Bagola, the Ephraimite, he was an Ephraimite. He confirmed his people migrated to Africa from Assyria, which lines up with 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, right? So it was a guy named Bagola. The assertion of these Yoruba Jews is that their ancestors were driven from locally by Muslim persecution. They did not find rest. It said they did not find rest even when they arrived. So this guy Bagola, he gave the history of the Jews' migration. He said they did not find no rest until they arrived at Timbuktu. That lines up with our lesson, right, Qanath? They did not have an easy migration. It says, surely the prophecy has been fulfilled, and among these nations shall thou find no rest, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failure of eyes, and sorrow of mind. These Yoruba Jews lived in the Andu district when Gombe wrote. So it said that the Jews was being persecuted by the Muslims. Now, let's go inside this book here. Let's go inside this book here, right? Bata Kende Amanzo is talking about the black Jews descended from the lost tribes of Israel, right? This is the guy here, Bagoza, right? This was originally published in 1930. You see my cursor? 1930. It was reprinted in 1970. But this guy here named Bagoza, he said that his people was for the tribe of Ephraim. This is him right here, a black man. Now watch this here. See, inside the book, Black Jews of Andu Bush. Now let's go to the page. Now let's see what he said. Somebody read here where I got underlined right here.
I got you. One of the most notable.
I'm sorry. Pick it up right here where I got my cursor.
Okay. Hey, it's some good. You got some good highlighting there. I see the Ashanti.
In fact, you know what? The hell with it. Go ahead. Read the whole damn thing. Read the whole thing, man. Right. Yeah, read the whole thing. Go ahead.
You in despair. Pertaining to their Hebrew political structure and culture, they have 7 hereditary heads of the community. Their leaders.
Stop. Now I want to remind you, folks. This is the guy who wrote this. This is him right here. He was a black Jew. He said his family migrated from Assyria and settled in West Africa. And he said he was of the tribe of Ephraim. I'm sorry, my brother. Go ahead.
Khan. They have 7 hereditary heads of the community, meaning you got to be of the same bloodline.
Exactly.
Their leadership is that of a priesthood. They are known to have copies of portions of the Torah, Old Testament, preserved in a most holy place. However, their social life is not Torah controlled like many of the Hebrew cultural traits among the Ashanti Jews.
There's more black Jews. Go ahead.
Yep. These black Jews observe certain Jewish customs, among which are the great holy days. Like in Leviticus 23.
Exactly.
And almost every way, these black Jews are like Yorubas. And
there's more Jews than Yorubas. I mean, the Yoruba Jews, they black Jews also. Go ahead.
In Africa.
In almost every way, these black Jews are like the Yorubas and are hardly distinguishable from them, except for some outstanding Hebrew observances.
Uh-huh.
One of the most notable among these black Jews was a young man named Bata Kendai Amagoza Ibnu Lo Bagola.
This is him right here. This picture you're looking at him right here. This is him right here. Go ahead.
Who was taken from Wida, Dahomey, to Scotland. After he had received 4 years of the white man's education, he returned to his home in Africa.
Watch this here. He returned to his home in Africa. Now this is not that clear. I for some reason I didn't scan that clear. It's my fault. But this is also the same book. But let's see. I read it. He continued to say, the other natives called them Umukwan, or strange people. My people, the children of Ephraim, have part of the Hebrew Torah. I'm going to make this clearer later on, though. Have part of the Hebrew Torah written in the script of Aramaic. Brought with them when they came into their country over 1,800 years ago. Our Torah is not written in ink, but burned in parchment by a hot iron. Therefore, no letter can be changed. But he said that his people were the children of Ephraim, and they had the Torah written in Aramaic.
Now check this out, brothers and sisters. This book came out in 1930. Now understand this. He's not from One West.
Nope.
He's not from One West, and he said his people he's from the tribe of Ephraim.
Ephraim, yep. But don't worry, later on I'm gonna rescan it, and I'm gonna have a clear copy to go ahead.
One thing, it looked like that 12 tribes chart. The only thing good for that thing is toilet paper.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
But let's continue. The Greco-Roman ancient Negro Hebrew terracotta head. This is an ancient clay head located in Memphis, Egypt, of a black Jew. It says here, the terracotta head of Semite marked Hebrew by Petri from Memphis, that's Egypt, foreign quarter, Egypt, Greco-Roman period. So this is an ancient clay head of a black Jew that was dug up in Egypt.
See that?
Same thing, the Negro Greco-Roman period, during the Greco-Roman period. This terracotta Hebrew head was dug up. Again, it says below, what my cursor? The terracotta head of a Semite marked Hebrew by Petri from Memphis, Memphis foreign quarter. See, but this here is a black Jew clay head.
People look like this dude.
Okay, that was dug up.
Let me say this before I forget my chain of thought to you real quick.
Go ahead.
Next month, Most High will, me, Shashem Yehuda, and my brother Debar, and possibly Yavin, man, we're gonna do a seminar. Me, Shashem, we're gonna do a seminar when he come down. It's gonna be one for the books. Trust me. We put out our whole arsenal, and Debar got some good books too. Yehuda. We're gonna put out some stuff, man. Y'all think this powerful? Oh yeah, but this right here,
right. They ain't seen nothing yet.
They ain't seen nothing yet.
Haven't seen nothing yet.
All praises.
But again, this is an old clay head dug up. The hidden identity of the blacks in the Bible, right? Somebody read this here, Joshua 19:1.
Okay. And the second lot came forth to Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families.
Right, Simeon, right? Read that here, 19:15.
And Qanath, and Nahal, and Shimron, and Adalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages.
So within Simeon, they had a town called Adalah, right here. See that? Adalah. Watch this now. This is from Nigeria. This is Nigeria. In fact, let me go back. You see? Adalah. Adalar. Adalah. So the tribe of Simeon had a town called Adalah. Now let's go to this map of Nigeria. Guess what? They have a town called Adah. Right here. Let's blow it up. Adah. Just mentioned in Joshua, the tribe of Simeon. Adalah. So right in Nigeria, they have a town called Ada. And then they got another one called Abuja.
Right. And Yehuda and I, we had talked about this. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to it, but we're gonna every name in the Bible that mentions landmass, we're gonna show you all the landmass in Africa.
Exactly. Yep.
And what they mean and what tribes was there.
But check this out. Ada, Nigeria City, Ada, Joshua 19:15. Same thing, another map right here. Ada. Right? Joshua 19:15. Ada, Adala. Okay, because when the Jews migrated to Africa, they took their names with them, folks.
That's right.
They never got rid of their names. They took their names with them. Let's read 1 Chronicles 2:26. Somebody read this for me.
Okay, I grab it. Attai was the father of Nathan. Nathan the father of Zabad.
Nathan the father of Zabad. 1 Chronicles 2. Watch this here now. Here's a map of Sudan. It's a Sudan map. Watch this. Y'all see anything in here? Abu Zabad. Just like Abu Gad in Africa. Abu Zabad. That in the country of Sudan. That's in 1 Chronicles. Right?
Yep.
Watch this. Now watch this. Abu Zabad sheep. They had a sheep. Watch this, Qanath. This is one of their sheets that's dealing with the location, a certain location of Sudan. But watch this here. You see this here? Abu Zabad. This is their layout. Right up top, Abu Zabad in 1 Chronicles 3:36 in Sudan. See? Abu Zabad. Let's continue. Hebrew Negro clayhead, another Hebrew Negro clayhead unearthed in Israel. This was unearthed in Israel. What you see here? What you see here, Yaven? What did they say? Well, I got my cursor.
Hebrew.
You see the tag? It says Hebrew. So this is a Negro Hebrew head.
And you notice the nose is gone again.
Thank you.
That's right.
It doesn't matter though. You still can see the Negro features in the hair, the texture of the hair. Look at that. See, your brother Yehuda, I went to art school. I had to do ceramics and make sculptures. I had to do that stuff, Qanath. I know how to take clay and shape, make faces and stuff like that, and then put it in the camel so it can burn and become hard. And then we had to paint over it. I know how to do that stuff. But what you see here though, Hebrew. Let's continue. A close-up. Notice the word Hebrew on the tag. That was unearthed in Israel. Another source, Qanath. How many sources do we got?
Right. And hold time out real quick, and I'm not going to respond to anybody else. Somebody said a white man wrote that shit, fool. But hold on, let me tell you something, shit, fool. What about all the other stuff we just brought out? All our stuff brought out. Just for that, I'm blocking your ass. Go ahead, you. Go ahead, finish up.
The white man wrote what? Hebrew?
You know why the white man wrote that right there?
The white man wrote Hebrew when they unearthed it? Because they knew the Hebrew was black.
But I got one even better. The one who told y'all how to read hieroglyphics is a white man. How about that? The word Egyptology come from a white man.
And we showed too. We got more to show that the skulls that they dug up, that was Negro. The Hebrew skulls they dug up was Negro. I got more.
Finish with the lesson, brother. Don't worry about it. He blocked.
Works of Jonathan Swift. He must have been a Hispanic or a Mexican. Possibly.
Dummy.
Works of Jonathan Swift. Interesting value. This is printed in what year it says down here? 1843. This is the man right here, Jonathan Swift. Let's go inside and see what he say. Look what it says here, Qanath. Near the top, the remarks on the characters. So they basically giving you characters of certain peoples, right? But now let's on the left side, where you see, let me get my cursor, you can see what I'm talking about. On the left side, it's talking about this guy here named Earl Rottingham, and he's somewhere right here. You see my cursor?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm gonna blow it up. Earl Rottingham. Let's see what it says about this guy. Somebody read that.
Earl of Nottingham. He has the exterior air of business and application enough to make him very capable. In his habit and manners, very formal. A tall, thin, very black man, like a Spaniard or Jew.
Like he was compared to a Spaniard or Jew.
About 50 years old.
This is the old writings of people describing people back in 1843. This guy said this guy was a tall black man like a Spaniard Jew.
How can you get mad about evidence, receipts, everything? How you get mad? It's black, Negro, Jew. All words in the Bible proving that Israel exists. How can you get upset about truth?
They know they're done for, so now they want to make diss tracks about F.O.P.E. and they all that kind of stuff because they know they can't deal with the scriptures. So
first-hand accounts of Jews lived in West Africa. First-hand accounts. Okay? First-hand accounts. In fact, let me see. I'm not going to read all this. Let me see. It says here, I'm not going to read all of it because I want to get through this stuff. Passing to perfectly black complexion. See? Black complexion, always black, right? Although improved in form of stature and notwithstanding that they reside in the north, it's the north of Negro countries, a remarkably fact in the history of Longo. It says in the Empire of Congo is that the country, according to a statement which was fully credited by Don Dorp, himself a writer of most correct judgment and of impeachable veracity, contains many Jews settled in it.
Blacks, Negro land, Jews settled in Negro.
Many Jews settled in Africa. Let me read this part. Who contain their religious rights and distant, it's talking about the Jews in Africa, their religious rights and distant habits which keep them isolated from other nations. Though does separate from the African population. They are black and resemble the other Negroes in every respect as a physical character. It is probably an allusion to this case that Pennington in 1827 in his textbook says the descendants of a colony of Jews originally from Judea, they settled on the coast of Africa, are black.
Wow.
Destroyed.
And this is written in what? What it says up here? 1848.
Was you born back then and wrote that, brothers? Any of y'all wrote that?
I wasn't thought about it. I wasn't even thought about being born there.
Come on, man. Let's get it.
Hebrewism in West Africa, right? You see, many people seen this photo. This is a very popular image, right, of a black Ashanti with the what you call around his neck. What you call it? The Levites used to wear. You know what I'm talking about?
Shield, the shield.
Right, right. But you see the part where I got the pink over here?
The stones.
Right, exactly. I got the pink part. Let me blow it up now. Let's read this here. It says, we have a remarkable sketch of the breastplate, which appeared originally in the illustration London News. So this illustration came from the London News. This is also a old source, right? And was reproduced without any acknowledgement by Sir Henry M. Stanley in his volume entitled Kamasi and Madala. It said, let me go back. Sorry. And it is inscribed Ashanti ambassadors, right? Crossing the Pra. So this guy is an Ashanti Jew, right? Let's continue. The kingdom of Wida. Watch this here. The kingdom of Wida. Wida, Ajuda. Juida, right? Was a kingdom on the coast of West Africa in what is known as Benin. See? It was major trading, slave trading area, which exported more than 1 million Africans to the United States and Brazil before closing its trade in 1860. Now, the kingdom of Wida was centered in Savi. It is also connected to the city of Aouda. The last ruler of Wida was King Hafan, who was disposed in 1727 when Wida was conquered, right, by Qanath by the kingdom of Dahomey. Now you're looking at an old map now, or should I say an old image,
right,
of the kingdom of Judah. Look what it says here: crowning of the king of Judah, right? 1715 through 1779. So that when the Europeans went down here, they saw these people and they drew these people, right? But look what it says down here: kingdom of who? Judah. It got the date of the, when the artist painted this. It got the date right here: 1723.
Kingdom of Judah. See that? But I thought they all came over here doing second areas.
Thank you. Early Christian Jews were persecuted and killed in the Asia Minor, folks. Roman province. That's a fact. The early Christian Jews who was being persecuted by the Romans and their fellow Israelites in the early during the Roman Empire in the Asia Minor. Look what it says here. Why were Christians persecuted? How was it? It says, how was it that the church underwent such sacrifices? The Roman religion was not intolerant. Rome had accepted into its pantheon deities from the Italian tribes and from Asia Minor. In the provinces, the great territorial gods, such as Saturn in North Africa. Despite this toleration by the early 2nd century, the Roman governor of Bithynia on the Black Sea had no hesitation in sending an immediate execution to those who had been denounced as being Christians. The name alone was sufficient for death. You see that? But let me show you something now. A Ephesian on horseback killing a Jew who was a follower of Christ in the Asia Minor. A close-up showing this Jew being killed because he was a Christian follower. He was a follower of the Messiah.
Hey, what's that scripture?
A black man.
Exactly. If somebody can find it, what's that scripture where it says, I see servants on horses and princes walking.
Princes walking. Lamentation.
Yeah, hold on one second. I'm gonna grab it.
Look at that, man. That brother got this is a spear at his head, and he got the wrap around his head.
I just read here they was killing Jews. It says one more time, he had no hesitation in sending immediate execution those who had been denounced as being Christians. The name alone was a sufficient death warrant. Meaning this here, folks, the first followers of the Messiah.
Death warrant. Go back to that picture. Read that script. Anybody got it yet?
Yeah, I got the one in this is in Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Read it again, read it slow.
Come. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Walking. That's all of us right now, and that's an example of it right there.
And guess who else was the servants on horses? The Native American Indians. Because the white man gave them horses.
Right. And
who were the princes working in the fields? The Negroes.
The Negroes with the shackles around their neck.
So this is a black Jew that was being persecuted because he was a follower of the Messiah. And look what he got on his head. A headband. You see the back of the right by his ear? The band is tied up. He has a headband on.
Bush. Has a bush.
It has a bush. Let's continue. An ancient Negro Judean corn, another corn, Qanath, unearthed in Israel. A Judean Cornish Judea, ancient corn. Judah, showing a black man. Here's the coin right here. This is the front of the coin. On the left side, And this is the back of the coin on the right side. This is a close-up right here. A Negro, Jew. Boy, I know they mad at F.O.P.E tonight.
We all should be brothers, man. And
they mad now, boy.
Tell the truth. Let them be mad.
Sennacherib invading Lachish. 2 Chronicles 32:9. After this, did Sennacherib, king of Assyria, send his servants to Jerusalem? But he himself laid siege against Lachish and all his power with him, and to Hezekiah, king of Judah, and unto all Judah that were at Jerusalem, saying, now Lachish, these are the black Jews of Lachish.
Oh my goodness, I never saw that picture before.
Right? The Lachish Judah British Museum. Now this on the this image is also from Professor Lee Cummings' book here. He did a wonderful job. I've seen this image before, but this is from his book right here, Professor Lee Cummings, Black Jews of Lachish.
Great job, Professor. Great job. That man, he's done a lot of research.
I give credit where credit is due.
That's right.
Black Jews of Lachish. Another image of the Jews of Lachish being frayed. See, Negro. Look at the close up. You see them nappy heads, Qanath?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. Can't get no blacker than this, man. Come on. Is that short Mexican from Ancient Watchmen watching? What's that short Mexican name again?
Yash or something.
Yeah, the short one. Yeah,
his name. We shouldn't even speak his name. He just a short.
That little
ancient white boy. That's what you call him. That's
the little short one. Yeah. Another source: the Critical Review or Annuals of Literature. What year was this printed? Did anybody see? This is printed at I don't see. It's old. You can tell it's old. It's old, right? But let's go inside and see. On page 141, right? You see where I got my little hand pointed at? I'm gonna blow it up now. Let me read it. Oh, we know what we read it. We read this already. Let's continue. We did this already. Let's continue. A treatise of physical geography. Another ancient source, Qanath. It says here 1850, right? 1850. Right on page 207. Let's see what it says. Let's blow it up. Page 207. Look what it says here. Now, this separate race, all descended from brown ancestors from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, must have been as dark as Mar Yohanan, if not darker. Exhibit every shade of color. From the black Jews of Malabar, which is in India, of whom we have said such interesting account of Dr. Claudius Birch Anand, to the rose and lily complexion of the Jewish on the banks of blah blah blah. But I just want to show people. It says now this separate race all descended from brown ancestors from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, must have been as dark as Maryanan. You see that? If not darker. Exhibit every shade of color from the black Jews of Malabar. So they just acknowledge that our ancestors were brown people. It says from brown ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let's continue. Who were the Colkins? Anybody know who were the Colkins? The Colkins or the Colkins? Anybody know? I guess not.
We just done a class on that.
Colkins.
The Colkins. Let's find out who the Colkins. Let's find out. Herodotus on the Colkins. He wrote about the Colkins. Let's see what he said. This is inside his book right here. And I have this book also. Let's go inside. Let's see what it said. This is inside my book. Look what he said about the Colkins. It says here, for the people of Colchis are evidently Egyptian. He thought they were Egyptian. That's what he thought. But Josephus revealed that they were not Egyptians. And this I perceived for myself because before I heard it from others. So when I had come to consider the matter, I asked them both. And the Colkins had remembrance of the Egyptians more than the Egyptians of the Colkins. Why? Because the Israelites used to live in Egypt. But the Egyptians said they believed that the Colkins were a portion of the army of Cestius. that this was so I conjectured myself, not only because they are dark-skinned, talk about the Kokians, they are dark-skinned and have curly hair. This of itself amounts to nothing, for these are of the races, which are so, but also still more because the Kokians, Egyptians, and the Ethiopians, along of all races of men, have practiced circumcision. Okay? Now let's go inside this book here. Now Josephus is about to let us know who are the Kokians. The Jews described as Negroes by Herodotus and Josephus. Now, somebody want to read this for me? Anybody?
I got
it. Says, nor indeed.
Yep. Nor indeed was Herodotus of the Halicarnassus unacquainted with our nation, but mentions it after a way of his own when he said thus in the second book concerning the Colchians. His words are these: the only people who were circumcised in their genitals originally were the Colchians. The Egyptians and the Ethiopians. But
you can stop right there. He said that the Colchians were also circumcised. Now we're about to find out from Josephus who were the Colchians. Okay, read this here. What says 172.
Okay, 172. Churillus, also a still more ancient writer and a poet, makes mention of our nation and informs us that it came to the assistance of King Xerxes.
That's good. That's good. So he's talking about another ancient writer, this guy named Churillus who was who predated Herodotus. Let's continue. Now, pick it up right here, 173. This guy Churillus, look what he said about the Colchians. Pick it up right there. Go ahead, 173. And look what Josephus said. Look what Josephus said. Go ahead.
At the last, there passed over a people wonderful to behold, for they spoke the Phoenician tongue with their mouths.
Which is Hebrew. Go ahead.
They dwelt in the Somaean mountains near a broad lake. Their heads were can't see that.
Their heads were Suti. Now let me stop you right here. Let me stop you real quick. The word Suti, it means black. So he's describing what the Colchians look like. But Josephus is about to let you know who the Colchians were. But he said that their heads was black. Go ahead.
Their heads were Suti. They had round measures on them. Their heads and faces were like nasty horse beads.
Let me stop right there. He said their heads and faces were like nasty horse heads. When you look at that word nasty horse head or look at an image, it means a reddish brown complexion. The same complexion as black people. Go ahead.
Also, that had been hardened in the smoke.
Hardened in the smoke, meaning there was very dark-skinned complexion people.
There we go.
Now let's see what Josephus said about who these people were. Read on number 174.
174. I think, therefore, that it is evident to everybody that Churillus means us, because the Somaean mountains are in the country wherein we inhabit.
Stop right there. That's good. That's good. Josephus said this guy is talking about our nation. So Josephus is letting you know that the Colchians were black Jews. Now we got that established. Look what Herodotus said here about the Colchians again. The Colchians, who are the Jews, Josephus just told you they were Israelites. The Colchians, the Ethiopians, and the Egyptians, they have thick lips, broad nose, woolly hair, and they are burnt skin, just like this Jew you see here, this Northern Kingdom Jew.
Con.
Hey, Qanath, when you ready for me to end it, we can do a part 3. It's up to you. It's no problem. Well, I know you got to get some food and relax and get ready for tonight. It's no problem.
Yeah, I know the brothers. Hey, look, let me say this, man. I really appreciate you brothers coming on reading too, man. from the bottom of my heart, man. I really do. We need that, you know.
Being humble. Let's end it right here because I know I stopped that, and let's finish it up next week.
Okay. And Yehuda, man, great class, brother. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all don't know the studying that this brother do, man. This brother now, he must talk like 4 or 5 times a day or more, right, Yehuda?
Yep, that's about, yep. Mm-hmm.
And we go over a lot of stuff, man. And the scripture say, study, show yourself approved. This brother reads, man. Reads.
Hey, can I respond to the brother in the comment board? You're right. Yes, Sharon. You're 100% correct, brother. Swati and Suti and Sudan. You're 100% correct, brother. But I just showed the people that Josephus said that the Kokians were the Israelites. Now let's read it one more time. The Kokians, which are the Israelites, the Ethiopians and the Egyptians, they have thick lips, broad nose, woolly hair, and they are burnt skin. This also proves when it says, God says in the book of Amos, are you not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me?
Yep.
God.
You can have the last words. I'm done, Qanath.
Yep, man. Great, bro. Great lesson, man. Great lesson. I mean, we're going to, of course, edit the part out from the beginning. I just wanted to talk about, you know, that for tonight. But, man, great lesson. Great reading, brothers. And the guy said foods, right? Now, hey, Yehuda, you ever been to college?
Yeah, I have a BFA and associates.
Yaven, you ever been to college?
I have an associates in applied science, and I have a BFA in fine arts.
Degree in 3D animation, art, and software engineering.
Oh man, you and I, we need to hook up, David.
the bar. You ever been to college?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. I have a bachelor's of arts in criminal justice, a master's of science in information security, IT. And
that's great, brother. That's great.
And also a master's in divinity as well.
Yeah, we ain't no dumb people.
So I wanted to. So the reason why I brought that up, because a lot of times, man, we be listening to people, and look, having a high school education, all that stuff is great too. You know what I mean? But these guys are study. The bar. Can you tell us places you visit? You traveled?
I've been to the ancient Mayan ruins out in Cozumel. I've seen the pyramids. I've had a historian explain to me the difference between mestizos, which is the modern day word Hispanic. Mestizo means mixed race. So if you understand Deuteronomy 23, that's by definition a bastard according to the scriptures. I've also been to West Africa. I've been to basically 20 different countries. I've been also to Israel. I've been in the Jordan where Yahawashi was baptized. I got baptized there as well. So the long story short, I've been around the block a little bit.
Hallelujah, man. Let me ask now. We dealt with the education part of it. Yehuda, you have a child, right?
Yes, sir.
You take care of your child, right?
That's right.
Brothers, y'all have children, take care of your children?
That's right.
Okay. So we take care of our children. Has any of y'all ever been done time in prison?
No, sir.
No,
sir.
But I know a lot of people who had.
I'm setting up something here. Look, the reason why I'm setting this up, there's nothing wrong with going to prison too. You done so, you pay for your crime and get out and do better. But the reason why I brought all this up is that F.O.P.E on this side of the fence, we have real scholars, traveled, educated, right? And what one falls short in, the other picks up. Okay, iron sharpen iron. We come together as a team for our people edification.
Yeah, I taught in the system. I told you, Qanath, 5 years. I taught in Jersey. I told you, I taught for 5 years. I told Qanath I actually had lunch one day with Cornell West. Cornell West and I ate lunch one day together, and we talked about Black history and the Bible and everything. Yep.
Right. So, I mean, Jay, you want to say anything else about, education, anything about yourself? Because I want to bring this out because a lot of times we be listening to people, man.
I'll say something because, a lot of these heathens like to bash our people and They didn't say to me. They didn't told me to my face many times. In the truth, I'm talking about. Oh, you are broke and jailbirds and stuff like that. When I went to school for one degree, I was studying on my own for something completely different. I mean, how many books did I read? Book after book, just and self-taught. Then came and knew all the material. Passed with flying colors because I taught myself before I even started attending college. And that's just the spirit that our men have. All educated on this panel. Uh, Everybody on this panel are all kings, and you know, and we got this Ruach on us and everything. So that's all I'm gonna say.
And for me, I don't have no college degree. A high school as far as I went. However, I know at least 200 books, right? I done read the Bible 3 to 4 times, I'm sure. I talk to guys like this, influences me to do better. So I read, I studied. I like studying politics, heavy into politics. I actually helped on President Clinton campaign, right? So, I mean, I wish I wouldn't have now, but I did, So, and I had an upbringing that wasn't for the best, but it helped me out, So at the end of the day, man, on this side, and I've been married 20 years, raised all my children. We're family men, we're educated men, and we are scholars, and we deal with scholars, right? And we like to have fun too, and we like justice for our people.
That's right.
We like justice for our people, man, and we can talk smart and we can get down and talk nasty too. You know what I mean? But we love our people, man. That's what we all about.
I'm from Brooklyn, East New York. I can get niggleish quick and
right.
bush.
Very, very niggas. And one more thing, let me tell you, my brother DeBar, and if you want to speak on it real quick, we have a project coming up, and what we're going to do, if you want to expound on that a little bit.
Yeah. So, one of the things we talked about is really documenting our history for the benefit of our people's edification, and making maybe about 10-minute to 15-minute clips, professionally filmed, professionally researched, scholarly, reference and so forth, so that you can look up this information yourself. The bottom line is, we don't want to give people doctrine of men. We want to give you the real history of our people, and we want to make it available for everyone to consume, so that you can be enlightened, and so that you can stop being deceived by these silly charts, these camps out here where it's about a bunch of ego and trying to rule over people. We're really trying to educate and illuminate our people, so that remember we're a people of lost heritage. So we're collecting the pieces for you, putting it back together, and giving it to you very well researched, very well understood, so that we can have some form of collective culture, if you will. So that's all I wanted to say.
And Yavin has and we're not going to, unless Yavin want to, has a project coming up, and is going to floor all of Israel. Trust me. With his background, what he told you, if you guys remember, is going to floor.
Hey, Yavin, I didn't know you did a graphic designer. I minored in graphic design. I was a graphic designer for a number of years, man. I did a whole bunch. I did magazine layouts. I used to work at Lord & Taylor. I told Qanath on Fifth Avenue. I used to design posters. I did CD covers.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah,
stuff, man.
I started off doing a lot of sketching and painting.
Yeah.
3D animation. So.
I worked at Rough Rider Records for a little while, helping them design on what's her name? Eve was when she was out at the time. Eve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I helped design her album cover. Yeah, I was doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I was doing all kinds of stuff like that.
That's what's up. Yeah.
You wanna speak on the project, or you want to let it go until we complete it or get it on?
I'll show a little snippet of it. A little. Let me see here. I'm in full screen.
And then DeBar, I want you to speak on one more thing about the land that we're gonna be dealing with in projects. But go ahead, Yael. Show. You can give a brief.
Yeah, I will definitely do that. Let me open it up this software here. I'll share my screen.
See, we're not playing around over here, brothers and sisters. Understand that. We're not playing around. When Yehuda come down, we're gonna do the presentation, gonna knock everybody's socks off.
And the brother Prince Judah on the comment board, he said he was a 3rd degree black belt. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Karate Federation. He led students as young as 5 to 60 tournaments. Now that's positive right there.
I need you over here with us, man, because a lot of people try to want to beat my ass.
Peaceful. That's very positive right there, man.
Yeah, a lot of people want to beat me up. I need you.
Right.
Okay, you just put it in, Yavin?
Yeah, I share my screen. I'll just show a little snippet of it. This is a project I'm doing with Sis Naphtali. She gonna provide the edification through scripture and a storyboard, and I'm gonna provide the visuals.
I'm on this too. We doing this. I'm sorry.
Hey, Qanath, I didn't mean to cut you off. As you're doing that, I'm about to get off here. I want to grab me a bite to eat or whatever. And I'm gonna tune in later on though when you and Shasham go in.
Okay, no doubt. Thanks for listening.
I hope everybody was edified. We got a part 3, and it's gonna get even better. That's about it. That's about it. So also, but you know that now you know, folks, that the Kokins were the Israelites, and Herodotus said they look like the Ethiopians and the Egyptians.
Right.
So we know this now.
Thank you, Yehuda, bro. Great lesson. I taught you tonight.
No problem. Shalom. Grace and peace.
Shalom. Grace and peace. So with the brother, I'm gonna let the brother explain here. Naphtali, and I'm gonna be involved in this also with this project. Most High will. But this is a sneak peek. Go ahead, explain.
So I built this for Sis Naphtali. We're gonna be edifying on the land of Canaan, how the giants when Joshua came in to the land of Canaan. So I built this in kind of a style like the Zelda cartoon style. So when the Israelites come into the land of Canaan, they're gonna see the giants as tall as a set of trees, and it's gonna be a little. As she narrates, I'm gonna just show different visuals and animations of the land of Canaan. So I did this. I'm still trying to get my stuff right as far as the look and feel of the set of trees. Let me see something here.
You're gonna have an image of Qanath walking around down in there.
Yeah. So there's a little thing of Joshua here. Of course, when he actually comes into the other application, he's gonna have his fully visualized colors and stuff like that. So I'm still getting the wardrobe. I got to make his sword, the shield, and stuff like that. And so, yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna just pull up one thing.
My sister asked. She said, "Would it be VR?" In fact,
no, it's just
in the room. Can you come on? Because wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's just gonna be 3D animated visuals. So I painted some stuff, some cedar trees here. I'm just trying to get the look and feel because I was doing a lot of research on different cedar trees, and I'm trying to get the right ones and stuff like that. So I kind of went into the acorns and how the leaves look and stuff like that. Just kind of mock that up to give me an idea. So I'm going to change what I have here. These kind of like placeholders, and I'm going to change them up to the ones that I drew to have it more appropriate to the setting. And then Sis Naphtali is going to bring out the information, and I'm just going to back her up with visuals and animation, stuff like that. So yeah, that's that.
And I'll be doing some reading in there. So and also the bar, if you can go in on the projects and that we're going to be doing in Africa.
Yep. So real quick, everybody.
Oh man,
I think he'll be back.
He fell off. Hopefully come back on. Yeah, he's going to tell y'all something here that we're going to be doing. So we're not sitting. Unfortunately, I just can't seem to get up to New York and show y'all this land. Every time I turn around, now they got a hurricane going up there. Maybe that is not meant to be, But I don't know what you mean by VR. You know what you mean by that,
yeah, she's talking about virtual reality.
Okay.
No, it won't be a virtual reality application, sis. It's just going to be like when you watch a Pixar movie, it's going to be something similar to that. So when you saw Joshua on the screen, he's kind of still now, but he's going to be moving like you see in the Pixar films and stuff.
Oh,
like
walking
that.
and all that.
Yeah, and mouth moving and making facial expressions, stuff like that.
Okay,
so
that's great. Oh, come on, the brother. Hope his laptop or something ain't died because he's going to tell y'all the projects that we're going to be doing in Africa. Man, it's just amazing, brother. And sisters, the love that people showing me. I know it seems like a lot of people don't like us, but a lot of people do show love. In fact, hey, let me see who's that. Oh, that's that. You can't. Hold on, I'm still live. Hold on. Yeah, so the things that we're gonna be doing, man, over in Africa, we trying to take this to another level. I mean, a high level. And he was going to speak on some of that. That's a dear brother to me. He's basically willing to, he's going to help me out a lot. But and help us all out. I will say this: ain't no broke niggas and broke women and men over here in F.O.P.E. Right? Tonight you was looking close. You was, and this is no bullshit, right? Not with me, but you was looking close to $1 million. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of work to do, brother. And I'm so happy about this project. I've been knowing about this. We don't tell everything, but I just felt like, you know what? Let's tell some of it.
Just a little bit. We got a way to go, so it's going to be a great lesson, and something also to kind of draw in the youth. Hopefully, that'll show them because visual. When you see visuals, and Sis Natalie was telling me this, as visuals, people can understand clearer. As it's being narrated through scripture and stuff like that. So
right. So I hope everybody enjoy. Hey, look, my moderators, y'all done a wonderful job. Starlene, I mean everybody. I can't mention everybody. No, oh, that's Sam calling me now. I can't mention everybody, but y'all know who y'all are, man. I love y'all, man. For our people edification, man. So y'all keep it up. Get ready for tonight. I don't know if Shashem gonna still do it, but we expose the wicked. We bring our truth on every level, man. On every level. So tonight, man, I'm going to call Shashem, and we're going to see what we're going to be popping because some people call Israel hoes. We're going to show y'all who the real hoes are, right? Because we got pictures and we got video footage. All right. So Most High bless. I'm out of here. Shashem, if you here, play the song. If not, don't worry about it. We're just gonna let it go. Lima, Star, thank you, Yavin, again. All of you, man. All of y'all, man. I love all of y'all,
Lima Star, Most High bless to the chat and everybody watching.
Yeah, and look, anybody want to come on sometime and bring out some knowledge, right? Email us. You know what I mean? Email us, and then when I'll talk to you and see what you want to talk about. All right. With that, shalom. Let me end this right here. All right, shalom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.